I'm open to whatever the group wants.
Suggestions. Just do emails first. I know.
Why you're asking me.
I know.
T's favorite
T
part.
loves the emails.
Welcome, everybody, to the Arch City Paranormal Podcast. I am Kyle, your tour guide through the weird. We welcome you back once again to another episode of us sitting around and hopefully entertaining you for a couple hours, or maybe not, or maybe you're just here for the carnage that'll follow, or whatever else, the weeds that we stumble into. So I am joined today by T.
Hi.
And Allison.
Hello.
And back with us once again is Rachel, everybody.
Hello.
And I have applause, but I don't remember what button it is, so don't get mad.
You need to label that.
Yay.
That's the right one.
Nice.
That's the right one, because it would have been, if I had the laughing one, it wouldn't have been good. Or
Your sad
I
trombone.
still got the sad trombone.
Better than a rusty one.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been better than the rusty
You're
one.
welcome.
So we thank everybody for joining us again. If you're following us along on Facebook, thanks for checking in on the Saturday afternoon. I know the Buckeyes are on. A lot of our folks are in Ohio, so you're probably not going to get many people from Ohio today. Maybe we will. We might have.
Might be halftime.
It might be close to halftime, maybe. You think?
I have no idea. I don't know what time.
Probably. Here,
Okay.
you know what? Let the Google machine let us know what's happening.
So, yeah, we've got a Google machine that we can do. So, but yeah, thanks for checking in. As usual, tell your friends about us. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or everybody's favorite. If you have a smart device in your house, however you yell at it, there's, or at least we're up 14.7 now. However you yell at it, you can just say, "Hey, Alexa, play the Arch City Paranormal Podcast," and it'll play the newest episode, which is the coolest, creepiest thing. I still can't. I still think
I used it the other day.
Yeah. Isn't it weird?
I love it.
Did you succumb to the urge to say the rest of it?
No.
You whore. I still have to follow them. There's a TikTok. Never mind. Anyway. So a big thank you. Episode 35 had over 1,500 downloads in the first week.
Cool.
So in the first 7 days, 1,500 people
Nice.
downloaded the episode. So thank you very much for subscribing and checking us out. Hopefully you'll come back for more. If you enjoy watching us on Facebook, go find our YouTube, subscribe there, and you'll notice in the next week or so, slowly episodes will be added there, and then you'll start seeing the podcast episodes come on there, so you can sit around and watch what we do. I don't know how that might be even more creepy than the Alexa thing. But you can sit around and you can watch us while we do the podcast. So I don't know if I guess it's still cool. People like watching.
I watched, was it 27?
27's up there now as sort of like a
I
test.
watched it the other day.
Yeah. So 27's up there now. Obviously 28, that's the cage fighting one. That's going to be next.
Oh my God, I can't wait to watch that one.
So that'll be up there. So slowly those old ones will come out, and then these new ones will get wrapped in there too. But if you want to watch along, if it's easier for you not to try to find us live on Facebook, that's what I suggest, is going there and subscribing to our YouTube page. There's some other paranormal stuff there, and then we'll be uploading EVPs, stuff like that. There'll be more, not just this. There'll be paranormal crapola there too. So go check that out. And then something I have that nobody knows about that I got an email about the other day. I get emails every once in a while about new places where the podcast might show up. Like we were talking about how we're on Amazon Podcasts, and I remember I got that, and it was like, "Oh, don't tell anybody, don't say anything." This didn't say anything about that, but Pandora is going to start doing the podcast thing. The interesting thing about Pandora is that they were bought out by XM Radio.
Oh.
So there is a chance that if we get enough hits and enough listens, that you would actually hear the Arch City Paranormal Podcast on XM Radio.
That would be so
Nice.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like
so,
would it be just on one of their podcast stations?
I guess. That's
We could feasibly listen to it in the car.
Right.
Well, we already do.
Yeah, but without having to Bluetooth
you
our
could,
phones in,
right.
we could.
You could just tune in. So how cool would that be?
That
And
might.
we all have XM, right?
Yeah.
Except for maybe Michael.
I don't know.
You don't? I
No,
thought you
it's
did.
not. It's not that big of a deal. It's not.
I love it.
It's cool because you don't ever have like the interference, like if you go out of state or whatever.
I
but-
did like the free period when I first got my car, but
Yeah, I
no
hear you.
longer.
I hear you.
I dicked him down for a cheaper rate because they wanted to charge me like
Like you said,
$22 a
dicked him
month,
Yeah, they get stupid.
and
with
I was
that
like,
shit.
no.
Well, what you're paying? What they had? they had tea wrapped in. She was paying for Howard Stern. And it was like, oh, I'm such a big fan. It's like, babe, that's not
I
worth
listen to it every day. And on Saturdays and Sundays, I'd listen to old ones.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
It's not worth it.
For me,
It's not.
meh.
Well, we don't have it. Howard's gone, so.
But see, you still follow
Gone,
this.
gone, like not on XM or just gone
No,
from
he's
your.
on XM. He's gone from our XM.
He's gone from our XM.
Oh, he's on mine. You want to trade?
You're paying for it then.
I pay a ridiculously cheap amount.
You're still paying for it. It's an extra amount for Howard, so you might want to try dicking him down again.
Yeah, you might want to call him.
Oh, well, then never
A
mind.
month.
Yeah, you want to trade?
Sure.
Bills too?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Oh, wait, we're only paying.
I don't know what you got him down to, but that's
Oh, that ain't bad.
pro tip. I don't. You could just say it. Why not? I mean, pro tip. If you're gonna just call them and tell them you're gonna cancel.
Oh yeah.
Just call and tell them I'm canceling. I don't want it anymore, and then they'll go, "Oh my god, they're giving it away. It's all free here." Like, well, that's funny because a minute ago you want me to pay $35 a month for your bullshit.
Hi, Kim. Hi, Ansley.
It was worth a try.
It was,
I mean, might as well try.
why not? Take a shot. And then I also want to tell everybody before we get into the show, there's a on the History Channel. If you go check out on the History Channel, there's a new show about DB Cooper that everybody seemed to like when we got into that conversation here on the podcast with Mike. And then Mike and I will get into it deeper when he's on next episode. Mike will be on. So, but I want to tell everybody about it so they can go check it out because it's supposed to be really good. I've not watched it myself yet, but I knew a lot of people were into that, so I want to tell people about it if you've not already seen it or heard about it or whatever. So yeah, the History Channel, it's a DB Cooper thing.
DB Cooper, case closed.
There you go. Question mark.
Yeah, you have to use the case
Question mark.
closed.
Case closed. And go up.
Sorry.
And go up at the end.
Inflection, please.
question.
Oh, hey, we scored again. 21-7.
All right. For everybody that doesn't give a shit about Ohio State football, I do. I care. So anyway, we're gonna do. I need a podcast beer. What are we drinking? What do you guys have? I want to drink the same. This is the Hogarden.
Hogarden.
Let's pull those out.
Was there one in? You got one. Hogarden. It's probably pronounced much differently.
Yes, it's pronounced Allison Garden.
That's just wrong.
That's rude. It's such a good beer.
And I've not had this before.
I don't, unless I brought it over at some point. We have
You
not
guys
had it.
talked about it. That's
Yeah,
what, that's
on the
what-
podcast.
But I wasn't sure if you. That's my favorite.
We're pre-gaming.
Cool.
This is one of my favorites.
I'm never gonna complain about beer. I mean, I drink all of them. I'm not a quitter. That was a good one. I didn't even have my earbuds in. I knew that was a good one. Okay, so I'll get my earbuds in now, and then we can do the emails. Everybody watching's like, "What is this? Is so stupid. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I tune into this?"
Because
shit?"
we're fun people. Try your beer. See what you think of it.
Hogarden. Yeah, that's good.
Good, right?
Yeah, that's good shit.
It's really good in a tall, frosty mug.
Yeah, probably like surrounded by people and being served like
By
German food
Like
out
pretzels.
in
They
like
used to have-
public somewhere.
Remember at Claudia, they had like the ice strip on their bar, so you could set your beer up on it and keep it nice and cold. They had a frosty strip on their bar.
I've never been there.
No,
well,
I've
it's
not.
closed now. But yeah, they had. I think they're closed. Yeah, they have like in the middle of the bar is this like ice strip that they keep it cold and you set your mug on there.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
That's good thinking.
Warm beer's not good.
Almost as good as the shelves at Hofbrauhaus above the urinals.
Oh, so you can put like your phone or something?
You take
Or
your,
your beer, your
take
stein.
your pint in there. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to do that though.
Yeah, you might still get some splashage.
Well, it's a nice height. I mean, it's eye level with me, and I'm 6'3", so it's.
I think it's well
Like,
out of
some people might
distance.
have trouble putting theirs up there. Maybe they put it someplace else. That just occurred to me.
They climb up on the urinal to reach.
Get a step up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's good. Hogarden. Ooh, 4.9. Sweet. Well, now what is that? It says
It's a wheat beer.
wheat beer, coriander, and orange peel. Mm-hmm. And it's never mind. That's German for white beer. Mm-hmm. Never mind. I'm going to shut up now. I pretend like I'm educated. Okay. Emails.
Let's go.
Yay!
Everybody's favorite. Emails. This week's emails. If you'd like to get in contact with the show, you can. archcityparanormal@gmail.com. You can send us an email. We would love to hear from you. And then we'll read your email here. It's a good time. Or you can send us a message on any of the social media. You can go to archcityparanormal.com. All the links are there. You can get in. Okay, so first email. First email is from Hannah. Hannah writes in, and Hannah says, Allison asked about superstitions, so I thought I would share mine. I am so afraid of black cats. If I see one, I go the other way. I will turn my car around if one crosses the road in front of me. I just can't. I love animals, but I can't do black cats. I know my grandma was scared of them, but I don't know why. Why? Why are people scared of them? Love the show. Keep it up.
Because they're attached to the witches. It's the familiar.
That's what it is? Okay.
That's what.
There you
Well,
go.
that's where the stigma from black cats
So
comes from.
but them crossing your path, why is that
It's supposed to be
It's a bad
luck.
omen.
okay?
Symbol of bad luck.
Particular one crosses your
Death.
path.
So, what does it mean if you own one? Does it change it?
That it loves you. Does it change you as a person?
No. Does it
You think
change?
that's a thing?
No. Does it change your bad luck?
But unfortunately, like we used to have a black cat, and my mom would have to like make sure it would go in. It was an indoor outdoor cat, and have to make sure that it didn't go outside, especially around Halloween, because there's always terrible stories of.
Because people are
that.
assholes.
Yeah, I've heard that. Like people do shit to them, and
Yeah,
that's
so-
fucked up. That's fucked up.
So he wasn't allowed outside.
What's the phobia called there, Allison?
Ailurophobia? Ailurophobia? Phobia manifests itself in different ways. For most people, it's less about the fear than about loathing, similar to the reaction of many people have to snakes or rats. Okay.
My grandma, she couldn't even like look at a picture of a snake.
Nana?
My mom was kind of that way.
No, my mom's mom. Like if it's even a picture like in a magazine, oh no.
Really?
Yep.
Mom couldn't watch him on TV.
Really?
She changed channel.
She's just done with them.
Just turn her head.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything like that.
I'm not a fan of spiders, but I might have executed one with some tissue paper or some toilet paper this morning.
Don't do it.
What's going on back there?
Nothing. It's not. We're fine.
Well, that's no fun.
It's. I think they're referencing someone else's phobia. That's not probably PC to share.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun.
But you know about it.
But I don't like rats either.
Really?
No,
Like if I got a pet rat, you wouldn't
no, especially.
hang out with it?
Yeah, I mean,
What about like squirrels though?
I love squirrels.
She has
I
one.
have a friend squirrel that I
That-
feed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Her name is
what?
Sandy.
But like,
We've watched her on the cameras at Rachel's house.
but if you just shaved a squirrel's tail, isn't that just a rat?
No.
I've commissioned Mike to build Sandy, Rachel's squirrel,
One of those fucking
a tiny,
picnic
teeny
tables.
tiny picnic table.
That's awesome.
I have been experimenting and giving her different things every day to see what she likes. She loves pecans, so she's now Pecan Sandy.
That's fucking great.
I think we need a
She
picture
comes-
of Sandy for Facebook.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
I
we
actually
do.
took one yesterday. I'll
Did
show
you?
Yes.
Just a little round of applause for Pecan Sandy. That's a good.
Yay, pecan sandy.
And if she was Southern, she'd be
Pecan Sandy.
Pecan Sandy. That's. But I just don't. They're not. Don't you think they're the same? Do you think they're the same?
What, rats and squirrels?
Yeah.
No.
No. Rats, like, live in the trash. They invade your property. They carry disease.
But
Squirrels
squirrels
live up in a tree in a nest, and they come and they get their
Yeah, but they'll like
treats.
get in your attic and shit and fuck shit up and.
Nah.
I just think if a squirrel. I mean, I don't dislike either one of them. I'm just saying. I think if you shaved a squirrel's tail, that's a rat.
No.
No.
I don't agree.
When somebody text you a picture of a fucking
No, that's
squirrel?
Sandy.
Sandy. Sandy.
Oh, that's her.
That's Sandy.
Oh, okay. All right.
She
That's
eats off
it.
of a
Back
Toy
porch.
Story plate
What?
right now.
Oh,
was
she's
on
got
the-
a peanut.
Yeah, she was getting her
And then
lunch.
there's her dinnerware. It's a Toy Story plate.
She eats on the Toy Story plate.
God, dude, really?
Yes,
That's
really.
great. Okay.
She
It
will have
brings
a
me joy.
she will have a picnic table one day.
I mean, I don't, whatever. I mean, you know.
Can we find little plates for her?
Well, I had dishes, but she doesn't like that because she'd stick her head in it, it would wobble and make noise and scare her off. So plate works out better.
Yeah, she probably didn't like her little whiskers.
Oh,
Getting touched.
Yeah, probably. Maybe this time next year you can pet her.
Well, she's coming up and she'll like, you
And
know, it
then
used to be
Rachel
when
gets rabies.
No.
And that's how we never see her again.
I used to like when you come to the window to watch her, she used to take off, but now she stands there and she'll stand there and look at me and I'll wave at her and say hi, Sandy, and she just looks.
So she's getting more brave.
Yes.
She's like, hey, that crazy bitch, bring me food.
I like
She
her.
likes sunflower seeds too.
What about blueberries?
She's okay with the blueberries. She takes the skin off. She eats the inside and leaves the skin on.
I wonder how she'd
That's
feel
kinda
about
cool.
raspberries.
What about
she would eat one
snozzberries?
carrot and let the other.
Raspberries.
Yeah, or
Sorry.
Must go on many adventures.
what are the berries called from the Smurfs?
Smurf berries?
No. Anyways, yeah, she likes all different types.
I
of
bet they're Smurf berries. Everything was a Smurf. Everything you Smurfed stuff.
Smurf berries.
Smurf
And
berries.
they had a cereal, remember?
And they were 3 apples tall.
Oh my God, you remember that?
I was a big ass
Love
Smurf
the
fan.
Smurfs.
I
loved
loved
it.
Smurf.
They were
Why was
great.
there only one female?
Well, you know.
I mean, let's talk about how that would have gone for repopulating the Smurf community.
she had a great time.
She probably
Walked funny.
I was gonna say she's probably a little tired and sore.
Come on, ride that train. And ride.
Woot woot.
I mean, whatever you're into. She got Smurfed a lot.
How high was that dude that
She
created
got
the
Smurfed
Smurfs?
a lot. Oh, I'm gonna smurf.
I'm not a hater. I just Smurf a lot.
I'm smurfing.
What's her safe word?
Sass-
apple! Smurf apple!
Papa Smurf.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it when you call me.
yeah, yeah. That was like code because when the cameras weren't on, it was Daddy Smurf. Oh, Papa Smurf. Hold still. Anyway,
Oh my.
we got way off track right there.
Just to kind of go back a little, just because rats and squirrels are considered close cousins.
They're not brothers. They're cousins.
Yeah.
Sorry. So they're not the same.
They're all rodents.
Dude,
like-
though,
They're cute.
But look how
Rats
cute they
are
are.
not.
But rats are cute too.
No.
I
Rats
think
have
they're-
big balls that like sit out too. Like freaks me out.
You just said rats have big balls?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
They do. I'm serious.
we're now analyzing rodent genitalia. Just for the record, that's where we've gone now in the podcast. Nobody ever give me shit about the cage fighting ever again.
Tell me it's not true.
They do have large testicles relative to their body size.
I told you.
Oh my God, they're ginormous.
Yeah, it looks so weird. I don't like that.
Oh my god! What is going on?
Your browser history is going to be fantastic.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, as if like somebody from the NSA wasn't already checking me out, kind of like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Now it's all
Now
rat
you know where the
testicles.
DNA specimen
was-
that was on the train.
That's what I was going to say. The pedigreed hamsters. Now we have the size of rat testicles. Oh my god.
Sorry, but it's true.
Okay.
Look how cute they are.
I mean, that's a squirrel.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
I mean,
They're
they
so
can
cute.
obviously hear better. They have better ears than squirrels.
I would totally have one if Ted wouldn't kill it.
Oh man.
I'm afraid he would.
Let's more focus on the guinea pig.
Look. Oh, I like the guinea pig.
Yeah, I want a guinea pig.
Yeah, I had a guinea pig growing up. His name was Pig.
I had one named Fenwick.
See, that's much more inventive than my name.
We have to start a new list of guinea pig names.
But nobody has a guinea pig.
No, but for when I get one.
But yeah, I was gonna say,
Blinkers.
but Weekend has one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so did we ever even answer Hannah's question?
we did. Oddly enough, if you can believe it.
Good. All right. So there you go, Hannah. Thanks for writing in. I mean, yeah. So you learned about black cats and rat testicles. It's what we do here.
We are a well-rounded.
We're all over the place, like a scatter shot thing. We just sort of
Smurf all over everything.
we just smurf everything in our way. Oh. That's a paranormal podcast. So
Maybe we should just change ourselves to the Abnormal Podcast.
Yeah, it's just anything, right?
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Okay. All right. So, okay, great. So thanks, Hannah. We appreciate you writing in. If you want to interact with the show, you can send us an email. And we could talk about, I don't know, bluebird testicles or something. If you email us, it
have
doesn't
a
really matter
cloaca.
what you write.
What was in that beer you drank?
I know. She got one down. Okay, I need to catch up, clearly. Woo, girl. Okay, so if you want to interact with the show, archcityparanormal@gmail.com, or send us a message on any of the social media. You can find any of those at archcityparanormal.com. There's links there. You can click on that, and it'll end up on the show, and we'll talk to you apparently about nothing regarding your email.
We answered it.
I know. Just... we really do go off on some fucking shit.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry.
Good
okay.
time.
Don't apologize.
Good time.
We have a good time.
Okay.
Next.
All right. So she's out. You're due. I'm going to finish this. We're going to do the other beer.
Oh, okay.
I want that.
Holly Jolly.
It's right here.
Oh,
What about you? Oh. I was reprimanded.
yes, you were.
Sorry. Thank you very
With a
much.
stern finger.
I got that.
You got the mom finger.
This is here. I want to...
She'll smurf you up.
Oh my god, a Color Me Bad song just came into my
Me
head.
too. Me too.
I wanna
Smurf you up.
I could probably play a little bit of that in underneath the show.
Fatheads. I love fatheads. We had fatheads up
Fatheads
at
Holly Jolly Christmas Ale.
I feel
Blossom.
like Mike brought
Wait.
this to the when we did the viewing.
Oh, at your house.
I feel
Okay.
like maybe Mike brought this.
I don't know.
I
Good
think
stuff.
Yeah, fatheads is good.
Just for the record, before anybody dives into this is 7.4 ABV. Buckle up. The show's getting ready to get interesting.
I was going to say maybe, do we have juice? If we wanted a,
as in cranberry.
or orange?
You can mix
have
it with
both.
the beer.
No.
Oh, good God.
When this is done,
Oh, I see.
have a cocktail. I ain't got to work tomorrow.
Safety first.
Thank you, sir.
It goes wherever it goes. It goes. You don't want one?
No, I'll just take a sip of yours.
Okay. Cool. So this is Fatheads Holly Jolly Christmas Ale.
Once upon a frozen evening way up north, a sweet local honey named Holly inspired our jolly fat man, as only Holly can,
That right there. Everybody can sort of see it.
to create this festive spiced holiday ale.
I'm interested.
Okay.
It's got ginger, honey, and cinnamon spice. Everything nice.
How is it? Is it good?
Make sure you're talking to your mic.
How is it? Is it good?
There you go.
Do you want to try here?
A snort.
She's saying yes in sign language.
That's pretty good. It does have the spice on it.
Just a little. It's not as bad as that pumpkin
It's
one.
in your but it's in like in your nose. Whereas like that Voodoo Ranger, the pumpkin one, that was like a spicy. That was
Why is it so spicy?
it was.
So, Juice came over and drank the last one. And the entire time he drank it, he was like, this is spicy. We're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like legit.
Yeah, he wasn't. Was he a fan? I couldn't really tell if he was
I don't think he really enjoyed it.
No, he had to kill the last of it just to do it.
I'm like Kyle. I would take one. I
Right.
don't want like a bunch.
Right.
It was,
Yeah.
Mama didn't raise no quitters. I'm gonna finish it. So, but this is pretty good.
I don't know if
think
I
that-
could drink
I couldn't drink
could-
the whole one.
more than one.
That's what I was gonna say. You could drink it once a year.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, you could drink it once a year. It's good for what it is because they do some really wild, stupid stuff. With like their holiday, like that Voodoo Ranger spicy stuff. Like, yeah, you drink it for like the experience. You don't
Yeah.
really.
To feel
But
festive.
but I drink this. This is
Oh my goodness.
that's some Merry Christmas right there.
I feel like we should wear our sweaters.
Our Christmas sweaters.
Yeah,
We should do a holiday special where we all wear
gift
Christmas
exchange.
sweaters.
Yeah, I'll put up some lights in here. Yeah, we could do that
Okay.
You know-
Thinking
yeah.
about, what's his name? Krampus?
Yes.
Yes.
We talked about that
for
last
sure.
year.
For sure, we'll cover that again. I'm positive we'll cover that again. Have to.
Maybe we can talk about the elf. Where did the elf come in? Maybe we should discuss that later.
Yes.
Christmas episode.
Discuss.
Teh.
Where are you going to?
I still kick myself in the ass for not buying that cow Christmas sweater. Do you remember the one we found at TJ Maxx last year?
Was it just the head? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Weren't there bells on it or something?
I have one with a llama on it, and it has bells.
That's the shit.
I don't own any Christmas attire.
Really? Nothing?
I think I still have my elf t-shirt
I have a bunch of
for work, but
Christmas
I want like a ridiculous
I have a
hoodie.
Grinch onesie.
No, you don't.
Can that make an appearance the week before Christmas?
Yeah,
sure.
the weekend before Christmas.
For sure. I have these awesome dinosaur joggers.
You do?
that somebody got me. Yeah.
Well, who was
I
that?
don't know. Some really, really nice person. And the dinosaurs are wearing Christmas hats and they are tangled up in Christmas lights.
And he's happy because you can see his bright, shiny teeth.
Yes.
He's smiling.
They're an amazing pair of
I got wiener dogs with hats on.
Don't they have hats in are some of them riding sleds?
They're skates.
Skates.
Skates and sleds?
Or just skates?
I think just skates.
Okay.
Yeah. They were cute.
Good shit.
They were cute.
Okay, shit. Sorry.
Sorry.
Email. Sorry.
Hi.
We're not even into this beer yet. It's gonna get wacky after this beer because that's a lot of alcohol. Anyway, Rob writes in. He says, "Greetings." He says a friend of mine has a
And
teenage.
salutations. Sorry.
Thanks.
I couldn't resist.
He's got you, Rob. Rob writes in. He says, "Greetings." He says a friend of mine has a teenage child that is experiencing a spiritual awakening of sorts. I cannot read. Rob wrote this very well. There is a family history of strong feelings, in quotes, and dreams that come true, again in quotes. The aforementioned teenager has visibly chatted with a deceased twin since they were very young. Cool. Very, very young, meaning 5 or 6 years of age. Recently, the teenager has experienced much more intense contacts from other voices, from other voices, screams and whispers that just can't be quite understood, and conversations with the ever-present deceased twin. The experiences have become scary and unwanted by the teen. The teen has done research on her own about the subject. I was also approached as a source of information and possibly to help in bringing these experiences to an end. First time ever my emails have went to 2 pages. I don't even think for the cage fighting I had 2 pages. The whole thing boils down to this. Is it possible for someone exhibiting empathic abilities to turn them off or at least mute them? Would a sage cleansing of the home help? Would a member of the clergy praying over the teen help achieve the wanted results at all? Any information would be greatly appreciated. Thank you in advance. P.S. Love the podcast. Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a heavy...
It is, and that's why I was...
That's a heavy email.
I
I'm
was
glad
saying
you're here
that
for
it's
this
perfect.
one.
Exactly. That's why I was perfect. Is like, we're going to have Rachel on. So, Rachel...
So, I don't know that you can completely turn off the like, when I think of, when you're describing empathic tendencies, those are harder to separate. I do think that you will always be intuitive in what others are feeling or experiencing. However, the communication that's coming over spiritually, as far as audible, and I don't know if did he mention visual?
He said... voices, screams and whispers that can't quite be understood, and conversations with the ever-present deceased twin.
Yes, so...
Experiences have become unwanted and scary.
So I'm wondering why they're scary. Are they scary because they're unknown, or are they scary because they're dark in nature?
That's a good question.
So I'd be curious to know that, first of all. Second of all, I do feel like, because there's mention of a twin, and I assume he means that this child was a twin in the...
in utero.
Yes. And so I think then you could have a connection of yourself that's on the other side, like a mirror of yourself. And so I do think that probably makes you more in tune to connection.
That would be scary, though. If, as the receiving person, seeing like the
sure.
mirror image of yourself.
So actually, it's
Dead.
like a doppelganger.
Yeah.
Of sorts. I think you can offer yourself protection. As far as the dream work goes, I would try a dream catcher. I would try setting your intentions. I would try physically, like out loud, saying, I do not wish to connect. I am not open for communication right now. and really setting those limits and setting the boundaries. And if you start to hear them, you have to say, stop, I'm not wanting to connect right now. And then closing some of your crown and third eye chakra a little bit. You may have some imbalance there. So I do think that Reiki could help to imbalance and align all your chakras so that you're like, if your crown is wide open and you're not really grounded in your root chakra, then I do think that you're opening yourself up for a lot of communication.
Explain real quick, like if you're saying just because your crown is wide open, what does that mean? What is that? Like what?
Your
how would
energy
you...
source from the top of your head projecting upward. It's, up and out, but of your, that's your way of connecting to the divine, the way of tapping into
it's like your
other
antenna
dimension. Yes.
Your satellite dish is like way open.
And some people that aren't at all, that can't see it, is completely closed or very close and tight to the body. But some people may have it extending out, kind of projecting out, and you're opening that field for other energies to tap in. And also keep in mind that you're going to, like attracts like. So whatever frequency that you're vibrating at, you're going to connect energy that's of a similar vibration. So if you are feeling in that scared space, chances are you're also, maybe something is fearful on the other side, and you're just picking up, you said you're empathic, picking up on the other energy, which makes that a scary experience. If you are also trying to, maybe, sometimes if you're having that repeated thing, it's because you're missing a message. Finding out what that message is, addressing it, and moving on. I think that's probably the most important. I think that anytime that I'm starting to see stuff, which makes me crazy when I cannot determine what the message is, like,
Michael.
Shit, I'm really missing whatever this is that's trying to be relayed to me. Like, I'm missing the mark. And I think I've finally figured out what the 3 deer are meaning for me.
What do they mean?
And they've gone away. Well, that's something a little
Oh,
I
never
don't
mind.
necessarily want to share here.
But you figured it out.
But I figured it out and it stopped.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Do you feel kind of lonely without them?
No.
No.
So then also on here, would a sage cleansing help, or does that something you're just like that's not a thing?
Sage is very cleansing. But this may be more of a Palo Santo issue too. So I would try the Palo, and I would start at the crown chakra and kind of moving yourself in circular motion all around your body, cleansing the feet. Please have your window open.
Yeah.
A lot
you
of
just
people
wanna
don't do that.
Chase that fucker around
Or
in
if
your
you-
room.
Yeah,
Can
if
you do it
it's-
outside?
You can do it outside. If you feel like it's not necessarily the house itself, if it's more communication with you and you're trying to just cleanse yourself, do it outside. Also, some protective stones. A lot of them are stones that are black in color are protective. Shungite, tourmaline. Come to mind. Also, focusing more on your heart energy and keeping true to your heart. So like a rose quartz would also be good. And I really love amethyst as a calming, soothing stone about those anxieties.
I carry that every day.
Every day I do.
Every day I got amethyst in my pocket.
But I try the dream catcher, try setting in those intentions, using the stones. Yes, I would try. Sage is always good. For me, sage is good for the space of the home. So cleansing the whole entire house, yourself, maybe the Palo, I think is more powerful, personally.
I always burn that in here before podcasts because I always just want to be like, no bad mojo.
And then setting those
So if you're ever wondering what it smelled like in the podcast studio,
and I don't know where they're at, but if you can find a Reiki practitioner to help to balance those chakras, either you can do that, or you can even try, if you don't have someone that you know of, try using some sound. If you're here in the Columbus area, you can reach out to Kyle, and I can maybe try to help you.
absolutely, be more than happy to. And then they also ask, would a member of the clergy praying over them help?
I think that, for me, no.
Okay.
But that's not where my power of spirituality lies.
Do you want me to say it?
But if somebody else, if that's where their power and that's where they feel like they can become cleansed,
There you go.
sure.
So you do it so much better than I because I'm like, no, it's not going to help.
For me, no.
No, because all they're doing is the same thing that you're trying to do with the Palo Santo or closing your crown or whatever. It's just a book some dude wrote. It's fine.
I'd be
It's not-
curious to know if this teenager would have an interest in not harnessing, but using her abilities.
If she understood and knew how to control
Like if she,
it.
if she
Yeah.
understood,
It is scary.
Well, it
and
sound-
maybe if it wasn't so terrifying right now,
Right.
if that's something she'd be
later
like,
on.
yeah.
It sounds like they've reached out to Rob. Whoever this family is has reached out to him and are sort of asking for help. They're scary and unwanted, done research on their own. I was also approached by as a source of information to possibly help in bringing these experiences to an end. So she or he is not interested in pursuing it right now, but it's something they're
But I did that for a long time too. What was our, like?
Yeah.
Again, you feel like you're crazy. You feel like
it's got to be that way.
You're just like, it's gonna be a funny story today. I had
fire away. We've already talked about rat nuts. We're totally off the grid now.
This is not that bizarre, but I was getting ready. I was cleaning. My husband went to the gym. I went up to take a shower. I came back downstairs. And as I walked by, and it's so weird that it was just so second nature, I saw someone sitting on the couch, and I just kept going about my business. I thought it was not true human form. And I turned around and I said, oh shit, it's you. I thought you were spirit, that I
just chilling.
And he's like, just shook his head. Like, okay. But I truly did. I just, I'm used to it, so I just, carrying on. But there was a time when that would have, rocked my entire world for the day. I'm losing it here. But instead now my loved ones just think I'm losing it.
Oh, there's that fucking guy. No?
No.
I don't know how the show's going to go. I start drinking more than a couple of these.
I like it.
Allison's tapped out on the podcast beers.
Quitter.
Didn't have enough coffee this morning,
Dog's
apparently.
out there porfing. So cool, Rob. Thanks for writing in. We appreciate it. Hopefully, it answered your questions. If it didn't, reach back out. Anything you want, more specific, you want us to answer, I will get you in touch with Rachel, and she can help you out. Again, if you want to get in touch with the podcast, just like Rob and Hannah have, it's archcityparanormal@gmail.com. And we sincerely appreciate it. Speaking of rocks, I wrote this down while you were talking because I got that ADHD thing where I have to spit stuff out. When we were at Bellaire this weekend, you gave me a really cool blue stone.
Kyanite.
Okay.
Spell it.
Kynite.
Oh, okay.
A-N. Sorry.
It's okay. Yes.
So it's super cool. I love the color. It's really neat. I wanted to carry it with me all the time. And I broke it. Do I have to do anything? Do I need a new one?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, you can either carry both pieces or you can share the other piece with someone else.
Okay.
Is there so when something like that happens and the stone breaks, is that the intent is to share, or is there a meaning?
Some people feel that way. Some people feel that if you're wearing them, like a bracelet, for example. Mm-hmm. If a bracelet breaks, then some people say its job is done. Some people say to bury it. Some people say to repurpose it and gift it to another person, so restringing and giving it.
Because it served its purpose with you, it's done.
But
its
it could
job.
move on
Gotcha.
to Kyle or
Gotcha.
T or something. Okay.
Or you can maybe just, I have one that broke. I put it in a baggie, a little baggie, and I'm just waiting for it to call to me again that maybe I need it, and at that time, then I'll figure out what to do with it. But yeah, I don't think, especially with kyanite, I feel like it might be. They're pretty fragile. They're kind of flaky. It's a quartz based.
Because it's super cool. You gave it to me. I was like, oh sweet. I stuck it in my pocket, and then I wanted to carry it every day. I carry my amethyst, and I carry a rose quartz, and I carry tourmaline. Tourmaline. Yeah, that, and I carry that. So I wanted to carry the kyanite too, and I pulled it out of my pocket, and it was broken.
It's okay.
Okay, because I almost texted you oh shit, I broke it. What the fuck? Am I cursed?
No,
okay.
Not cursed.
Okay, cool. So that's it's cool. It's okay, so I just keep it with it and I can just roll. Mm-hmm. Okay, sweet. Okay, so anyway,
Feel better?
yeah, because I thought I was bummed. I'm oh shit, it's not good anymore. All the power's gonna leak out of it, or I don't know how that works. I never broke one before. I've lost them, and then I freaked out, and then I told T about it. Yeah, and they fucking come back.
They're travelers.
They're fucking. It's the weirdest fucking shit.
Where did you lose the one?
So I lost an amethyst the first time. Now I know what happened to the second one. We can go there off air. Okay. Because I'm a little negged out about that one, but that's okay. My first time I lost my amethyst. I don't know how. Who knows? I carry it with me all the time, so I don't know where it went. But it fucking showed back up.
It will.
And
where did it show back up?
It showed back up in my shoe in the back of my closet. There was no way for me to drop it in there. It was a winter pair of shoes. This was the summertime I had lost it. So I got the other one Okay, so I went and actually, because I told T, like, I have to have my amethyst because I would get anxiety because I'm anxiety riddled, and I rub it all the fucking time with my anxiety. I rub it all the fucking time. So I didn't have it, so I told T, like, hey, we have to go get this, and it was like what, like right at the beginning of quarantine,
Yeah,
wasn't it? Like
yeah.
I limped into the place. It was like I gotta have an amethyst, but so I got it. So then I got my new one. I'm like, all right, it's all good, whatever. And then at like the end of quarantine, I go to put on, or well, not even the end of quarantine because we're still fucking there.
We're back.
I go to put on winter shoes, and it's in the bottom of the fucking winter boots at the back of my closet. Like, there's no way it could have.
Done. And there's
So my amethyst travels, notorious. Like I had to have a couple because they leave, and me and one of my friends talk about this. She thinks fairies move them. But I had one that I carry,
We have fairies in the house.
and get this, it showed up. I had in our spare like bedroom downstairs. There's like I have a little glass bowl with like some glass rocks, like decorative rocks, and a little candle in it. It was in there with that. No
Wow.
idea. I found one in my car. Like I couldn't find it. Come out to my car. It's laying like down by the gas pedal. How'd you get there?
Right. Like, you would have seen it. Yeah.
I can't explain it.
That was like this. Like, for it to get into this boot, like I would have to put it in this boot. It's in the back of the closet. It wasn't like I was in the closet like fumbling around and it fell into
So
the
there's
boot.
no chance that it could have gotten like stuck in your jean pocket,
Right.
and then when you hung them up or whatever,
No.
it fell out.
No.
Okay.
No. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Because I freaked out when I couldn't find it. I told T, like, I have to have this. Like, I have to have it. It's like, that's my like worry stone or whatever the hell you want to call it. I rub it all the time. So she, being the good wife that she is, she took me and she, hooked me up and I got it. And then it was like, it showed back up. It was so weird. So weird.
Did it show back up because it was replaced? And it was like, no.
I say they travel and come back when you need them.
Well, the difference is the first one he had, it's flat on either side, so it's perfect for him to hold and rub.
And rub, yeah.
The second one, he tried to get as flat as he could, but it's not flat. Mm-hmm. So it's harder for him to rub.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
super happy to have the first one
You should
back.
see the amethyst that I got for my birthday. It's like a foot tall.
Really?
Yes.
Now I'm
She
jealous.
She big.
Oh, girl.
Yes, it's pretty fantastic.
Fan myself. Oh, no shit. That's cool as hell.
My husband got that for me.
It's like a big,
That is cool.
yeah.
How heavy is that?
It's heavy.
I bet. It's so the outside of it's like the actual rock. Like, this is just like it's like a geode.
Yeah,
they,
the outside
like,
of it,
chopped
yeah, it just
open.
looks like a
That's the
gray.
shit, dude. Those are
Brandon,
so
don't piss
cool.
her off. She's going to chuck it at your hand.
Yeah, little did Brandon know he bought a weapon.
Yeah.
No,
That'll
it's
knock him the hell
peaceful.
out.
Brings all the good energy. I have it like sitting on
Yeah,
my nightstand
you
towards
get
the
mad
bed.
enough, it'd be some good energy over top of his head.
And
Like, he ain't talking no more. I feel much better.
since we got it, though, I fall asleep when I go. Like normally, I have a heck of a time falling asleep. I'm usually up. I fell asleep within I'm trying to stay awake to watch like a show.
I need one.
Yeah, you do.
I need one of those.
Yeah. We
I
need
think
to get a
we
hold
should-
of Mr. Marusak off to the side if I
Yeah.
really got it.
Get you one and do a study to see if you have similar reactions like Rachel does.
Yeah, no shit. Mm-hmm. I love the amethyst because I think it's the prettiest one too. I think it's the coolest looking one. That purple.
Isn't there a place somewhere? Well, they probably can't do it right now because of COVID, but where you can go and crack rocks to find your own geodes. That might be kind of cool when we can
My grandfather,
things.
when he was in the 3Cs, the Civilian Conservation Corps, he was out west, and he brought back because you can't do it now, but he brought back petrified trees. Like, he's got cross sections of petrified trees and big petrified tree branches and stuff, and he has a geode. It's probably like that big that he found, and he cracked it. And when it's all amethyst inside, he gave half to his buddy, and he kept half.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool as fuck.
Does your mom still have it?
Oh yeah,
They're
she's got
big
all that stuff.
amethyst caves in Australia.
That'd be the
You
shit,
can go
wouldn't
and
it?
sit in.
Just
Yeah.
just go down there and just chill. Like,
I've got a
I'm good.
connection. Let's go.
Yeah,
Team
I mean,
trip.
granted, they're not going to let us in, but because
Yeah.
they shut it down to anybody. But when we can, let's go.
I would love to.
okay. I'm in.
If you can handle 2 days of flying, we can do it.
I can do it. I'll just sleep the whole time. Okay. So yeah. So wait, what am I doing? That was Rob.
We're on to our next one.
Rob, thank you for writing
Yes.
in, Rob. We appreciate it. Next up is DJ. DJ writes in. He says, "I just started listening to the show. A friend told me about the cage fighting, and it was great. I started listening from the beginning, and it's pretty cool how the show has evolved. I'm sorry. If you just get like through those first 11 episodes, then it gets much better. I like how everyone is involved now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So my question, are you guys ever worried you're going to bring something home with you? Does this happen? Do you guys have to cleanse yourselves before you get in your cars or houses? I'm so glad I found you. I'm telling all my friends. Thanks. Thank you so much, DJ.
Yay! Thank you, DJ.
I
So-
never worry.
I have something
Really?
that rode home with me one day in the
Yeah.
back seat. 100%.
Yeah. And that
From the
Circleville?
unspoken place.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it
Oh,
was
I thought it
Circleville.
But we did
Yeah.
do a cleansing at the unspoken place in the parking lot before we all went home.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so I don't think that I've ever taken anything like home. My husband will say stuff like that, like, "Oh, you brought your friends home." I'm like, no.
No,
Because
damn
I
it.
think, like, if you think about it, they're there in that space. Why would they want to come with me? Now, I don't know. I think maybe sometimes they're like, "Hey, this person's listening. Maybe I'll take a ride, literally." But then I never noticed it after the car ride. But the whole way home, I kept seeing my back seat. I'm like, seriously? No, you gotta get out. But yeah, I have not experienced that, like what they call it. I don't believe necessarily in attachments. I do think that spirit will try to connect with you if they have something, like if they think like you.
I feel like they can see or sense that someone can communicate with them or someone sees them. Mm-hmm. Just in the, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if they encounter you and maybe me to some sense, that they feel like, oh, this, she can hear me. Like, she can
Almost
see
like
me.
you're a safe.
Yeah, like
space.
like holy shit, like what's going on? What's what the hell? Why can't anybody see me? Why can't I sort of get that feeling? And so you don't.
But I don't think they like come home to stay. They're going back to where
They're
it's
most
familiar.
comfortable.
Like, well, and I think that leads into like our topic today, like what type of spirit or entity you're dealing with.
Right.
But I think that they are either connected to that space because they are just going on and about their daily business. And perhaps maybe they join in because they think like, hey, you're going somewhere, I'm going to go too. But they return to that other space. I don't know that they would want to like, I don't believe in like they possess you or like they come to like attack you or anything like
Right.
that.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So we're not afraid. You're not afraid about anything coming home.
I
with
do
you.
cleanse.
No.
I do cleanse.
Yeah.
And I do feel like, yeah, you have to set boundaries. Cord cutting was another like thing.
So what do you do? What's that? Well, wait, hold on. Hold that thought. Do you worry about bringing shit home with you?
No.
I just knew that she was going to get into an explanation, so I didn't want to cut you off. So I'm not really concerned about it either. I feel like stuff, like I'm just now starting to open myself up enough to where like stuff will like fucking want to talk to me or communicate with me, but I don't feel like I'm like gifted like Rachel. Like I'm just sort of like I'm
Well, you
open
probably could be.
You are. You're just developing that.
yeah, I'm sort of just like I'll fucking talk to anybody, Hi.
I'll be your friend.
Yeah, I need a friend. Somebody looking for a friend. So I kind of feel that way. I don't really feel like I can, like I just sort of get feelings about shit or whatever. But I don't really. So you definitely don't worry about bringing anything home with you.
No.
You don't.
No.
I don't. Well, it doesn't sound like you do either. But you have a better explanation than just us. Like, no, fuck no. What the fuck? No. Rachel's actually gonna like have like a logic behind it. We're all just like, no, what? No. Our back seat's full. There's equipment back there. Nothing's coming with us.
There's no room.
There's no room.
But I have had lots of people come to me, though, and they feel like they've had something attached to them. And I don't think that it's necessarily that something's attached to them. I think they had an experience, and it freaked them out. And then they keep thinking about it, so then they pick up on other stuff that's going on that maybe just has always been in existence in another space or place.
Which actually does attach well to the topic we're going to be talking about later, because it's a mind thing. It's their mind
What's the, yeah, it's
putting
like an
that
imprint.
out there. Yeah. So cord cutting. I cut you off.
Yes.
Cord cutting. What talk?
So you can even Google, like, there's a lot of cord cutting rituals. Basically, though, like, you can either burn or physically, like, literally cut something to represent your energy between another person, or you can use something like a sage or Palo Santo to disconnect yourself from some other energy, cleaning your own energy, your own aura. But if you're around someone, especially if you're an empathic person and you are experiencing a lot of, like, you will be corded to someone and you may experience stuff even though you're separated. And I think T is a good example. I know we kind of talked about that before, but I know when something's up with her.
It's weird. It's fucking weird. Cause I'm here, so I get to see the other side of it, and like you'll just get that text. Like she'll just send a text, like you're just like, oh, how you feeling? And T's always like, how does she fucking know?
She always knows.
How does she know you're an asshole today?
She always.
I don't know, babe. Apparently, maybe it's every day I'm an asshole. I don't. But she knows. She knows you're a dick. Just so you know. Texting her back now. I'm texting her back right now.
I may not have talked to her all day, and you'll just text me out of the blue.
It's weird.
Or sometimes I'm like, I'll ask Allison, hey, you okay? Or, like...
Well, you knew my mom died before I even called you.
I did.
To tell you. Like
that was a weird experience.
She knew. Yeah.
Weren't you in the shower?
I was, and I was like, oh. Yeah. And I think that's courting.
Right, because you're connected to those people. And
I don't think that's like a mediumship, like where I connected with spirit of her mom, for example, as past. No, I think it was according to Allison's energy that I picked up on that something.
Just because you're close to each other.
Yes.
Just, it's not a, okay.
Is it easier, do you think, to court to a female because you're female? Because you are around Woodrow and Beichel a lot, too.
I pick up on I pick up on sometimes their stuff, too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I was getting ready to write you back.
You don't have to do that.
Like a fucking
like a note in school.
Like an 8th grade text message.
Check
like,
yes or no.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, every once in a while, like I've asked Allison too, like, hey, is Kyle okay? Or I'll text Mike.
Kyle's
and ask
never
him,
okay.
like, what's
Kyle's
up?
okay during the podcast. Other than that, Kyle's fucked up.
By the way, since we've been talking about squirrels, have you noticed that these squirrels have been playing out here the whole entire time?
Yes,
I don't know if
I
anybody
have.
else has noticed that.
Look at them running. They're chasing each other around the tree.
They're so
Be
cute.
a live webcam in the backyard.
Maybe we can find a 2-for-1 deal when we purchase the one for in here.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So that our tree rats can now be have fans.
They are squirrels and rats are lovely.
Dude, I
Tree rats have
agree.
negative connotations.
I agree, but if you shave the tails of squirrels
No.
and put little ears on them, put little Mickey Mouse ears on them,
Squirrels have ears.
but not like rats,
That's true, but they still have ears.
because they've got like the.
I just want to pet the tail.
I bet
so
it's
soft.
fluffy and soft.
I like how just
Oh,
The
like
way it
it
twitches.
Yes.
Yeah. They're so cute.
Anyway.
I love all animals.
Oh God. Okay, so that's it.
yes,
that's
cleanse
all.
yourself. No,
Yeah.
they're not going to attach themselves in a negative way. My opinion.
This happened. You guys cleanse yourself before you get in the cars for houses. I'm so glad. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because
Cool.
after an investigation we did, we were there all night till the sun rose. And Rachel did the Palo Santo around all of us before we went home. That was nice. It smells good too.
Yeah.
Who is that? She do that for you? She did that for me.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
She did for all of us in
Because
the
I could
parking
hardly
lot.
get up by your head.
She doesn't even like me.
I could hardly reach up by your head.
It's all a joke.
You're so dumb.
I remember. I was messing.
I remember standing outside of a private investigation.
Stuff 7.4.
Snowing like hell.
Oh, that's
And
right.
her doing it.
Oh, was that
Yeah.
That was needed.
That's
That
right.
was needed.
That was needed
that
on
was-
multiple levels.
Yeah, because there
Yeah,
was
okay.
some mojo.
Yeah.
There was some mojo up in that piece.
That was the investigation that should have taken us, 30 minutes to get home? Took us over
like
an hour
almost
and a
2
half.
hours?
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it snowed. That was the night my car got hit in the Rooster's fucking parking lot.
And you couldn't see shit on the way home.
That was scary.
I was so glad to get home that night.
Yeah. I think we all were.
I was asleep.
Per the usual.
Yeah, I have death grip, sweating,
That's what I do.
scared to death whole way home.
I can't nap. So in my defense, I can't nap. So I sleep on the way to investigations and I sleep on the way home.
So those long drive ones like Bellaire, it's a great time for me. I'm sitting there by myself.
No, that's how I was by myself. I was so thankful to ride with someone in Bellaire because I'm like,
So you can nap.
so I'm not by myself.
Just say it. It's fine.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll ride up with you guys next time.
And Mike drives so slow.
He does no, he does not.
I'm just kidding. Not really.
Does Michael drive like a papa?
No.
You're the one that told me that.
She accuses everyone of that. Just
Well,
saying.
it's because T's borderline psychotic when it comes to speeding.
No, I'm not.
Whatever, dude.
You go faster than me.
Like that's exactly what I was getting ready to talk about. When I got my speeding ticket, you were the first one. Like, I don't know how you got caught. How'd you get caught? You must be stupid. Get caught, get pulled over. He gets pulled over. I didn't know.
You better knock on something. You just put that out in the universe.
It's okay.
Come in.
Yeah, you better knock on something there, Mr. Boggs.
Why do I need good luck? I'm the one that got pulled over. It's already
How many
done.
years ago was
it's
that,
done
though?
and dusted.
I did. I have a record now. That's what I told Allison.
Toodle's a
I hate
criminal.
that. Like, it comes up. Yeah, I
done.
did.
I was on. This is going to mean nothing to anybody. I get maybe if you're. It doesn't even matter. I got on 670 right downtown by the convention center. And it's a fucking speed trap because what they set up is like half of it is like construction, but there's no speed limit signs all the way there. Like all the way up to where this guy on the motorcycle was.
Oh,
So I jump on and I'm 55. Meh, there you go. Turns out it was 40
Ooh.
on the highway.
and then you get the construction zone points. That's what I got too.
Exactly. That's why I had
On
to
a
go to
fucking
court.
motorcycle guy.
Yes, that's the fucking
They
probably
matched
the
up
same
like
guy.
their- Yeah, no, literally we had the same. Me and another friend got a ticket, same place, different, not 270, not 670, but same exact place, and he was the same cop.
Yeah.
He like zooms in his like, what do you call it, body cam?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna like do something. I'm like I'm terrified. I'm a rule follower.
I can't think of it. Just walks up to the car like Rachel's in tears.
Seriously,
I can
I'm
see
scared
it.
shitless.
The last time I got pulled over was for a U-turn in fucking Groveport, and Woodrow's in the passenger seat telling me to shut the fuck up.
Oh, because she was... Well, that's not fair. That's not fair because let's tell the whole story to everybody since the world's watching and now apparently like 1,500 people at least are going to listen to it. She starts getting an attitude with the guy.
The cop?
Yeah. And I'm like, look, I understand you're, Midwest white housewife, but at some point he's going to be like, excuse me, miss, can you get out of the car? Can you just step out of the vehicle, please? I don't know why I got pulled over. I don't even know. There wasn't even a sign said no U-turn. You gotta make a U-turn to get to your damn exit.
He says,
Babe, please, babe, please, honey, please, please, because I've been to jail. I don't even know why. I don't even know why you would, you need some, of course I have insurance.
No, that's what I said. He looked at me, he goes, license and registration. I handed it to him. He goes, do you have insurance? I looked at him. I said,
He asked.
isn't it the fucking law?
Oh, with the F word and everything.
I
I was
was
like,
pissed.
God damn, here we go.
He walks off. I look at Woodrow. I was like, he's all of about fucking 19.
I'm going to
all
prison.
done.
You weren't
he pissed
scared?
me. No, I was fucking pissed. Once you've worked with cops, you realize, never mind. You no longer have fear of them.
I knew it'd rile her up.
Yeah. You want to
Yeah,
talk about a
it was-
soapbox? There's one.
Yeah, I had to like back her down. Like, babe, like, look, it's a U-turn ticket. Like, you're in Obet's. Like,
fucking
for anybody who
pissed.
doesn't know, Obet's is like, it's as big as this room. And that's what they do. That's how they make their money. They pull people over. They're bastards. It's whatever. The poor cops. I'm sorry. I know it's your job. But yeah,
I
T's
support
like,
cops,
we're in
but they make me mad.
we're in a Taco Bell parking lot, and T's just like, I didn't know why he pulled me over. Of course I have insurance, asshole. It's like, man, babe, like really, this doesn't need to go this way. Like, just fucking. Yeah.
I've only been pulled over twice, and I was under the age of 18. And yes, both
But
times.
please tell the story about why the one is, because I think it's fabulous.
Wait, well, the one time I got pulled over was for speeding.
No, not that one.
So the other one, I had a Dodge Neon, and it was dark green. And I had the fun light around the license plate. And I got pulled over.
Like that. Wait.
The neon
Wait,
lights.
that
gray on the
neon
front.
that everybody was doing like into the 90s.
The late 90s, yes.
Yeah.
I had that around my license
Got
plate.
you.
And it was the color of my car. I
So it was
chose the
green.
green, thinking it was okay. Well, ma'am, you know those are illegal. Motherfucker, I bought it at AutoZone. Like, why?
Whose fault is that, bitch?
Yeah. And then I hand
Go
him my
sue AutoZone.
yeah, and then I hand him my
Does
license.
AutoZone get this ticket?
No shit. He should. Luckily I didn't get a ticket because I hand him my license and he goes, "Oh hell, do you know Tom?" Because he looked at my last name and he's like, "Oh yeah, just I went to school with so and so. It's great. I don't know who the fuck that is, but sure."
Just play along.
That
Here
goes
you-
along with your bank call. You talked about
Yeah,
Yeah, it's my uncle. Hell yeah, I know Tom.
yeah. He's like, "Well, just take it off when you get home. Have a good night."
Dick.
That's how I got out of a speeding ticket too, because of where I got pulled over. I got pulled over in the area I grew up in and currently live in, and it's just, I guess it was a popular name back in the day. I don't know that it holds any clout anymore, but I think it might have.
Do you know Tom?
I got pulled over doing 76 and a 65 and got a warning. And T was so pissed. She's like, 11 over and you got a warning?
That's T. I'm telling you, man. T.
I think I got some grace because I had my scrubs on,
T will talk her way into a ticket. She gets pulled over. She will talk her way into one. Like most folks, like they're trying to talk their way out of it. Nah, T will talk her way into one.
The first time
Motherfucker, need my fucking driver's. Why the fuck do you need my driver's license? Oh, I suppose you ask everyone for their driver's license, don't you? Everyone's got to give you their driver's license. Do I look like I can drive? Do you even see where I'm driving? Of course I have a driver's license. Oh my god! It's oh, dude. And the whole time, and like, see, I'm like, I grew up in Whitehall. Like it was like you didn't interact with cops that way. You didn't, like, I knew the cops in Whitehall, but I knew like I was doing some dirty shit, and like, every once in a while I fucking have to deal with cops. So I was always just like, that's fucking, yes sir, yes. Do you need my driver's license, sir? Yes sir, absolutely, sir. Here you go,
Got
sir.
your hands up on the
Yeah.
dash.
Yeah.
Oh no, what you do is put one on the steering wheel, one out the window. They walk up to the car. Like, yes, sir. What do you need, sir? You talk to him like, yeah, please, please, I don't want to fucking go. I don't want to go back to jail. I'm fucking cool. Like, I don't have anything in my car. T is completely obvious. Tell us it's Pataskala. It's rural America. Fuck are you pulling me over for? Did you see I have someplace to go? I am on my way to TJ Maxx. Why are you pulling me over? I'm going to be late for the sale.
The Cal sweater's going to be sold out.
They won't have my size. Yes.
God damn it! It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world.
Yeah.
It just does, because she knows I'm right. It's different. Yeah, I'm glistening a little because
I
that's
can
so
tell.
fucking funny. Anyway,
I got out of my first one.
I'm sure you did.
Just out of curiosity.
How old were you and how low cut was the shirt?
It wasn't.
No.
I was 17 and I had a really short skirt on when I leaned over to get my registration out of the glove box.
And there you have it.
How
As a
many
fat white guy? I got no breaks whatsoever.
How many speeding tickets have you had, T? Since you started driving?
Pulled over a ticket.
Okay,
Pulled
pulled
over.
over,
Pulled
then
over.
number of tickets.
Speeding tickets?
I've been pulled over 4 times, 1 ticket.
Dude. Probably.
Now I'm going to get a speeding ticket. Oh my God. No, I can't afford it.
Probably pulled over somewhere in the double digits.
Seriously?
Oh yeah. And then as far as like tickets, 6, 7, probably. Yeah.
I was just curious.
Some were deserved, some were just that guy being a fucking dick. I think it's like legit, like, a girl can just get out of them.
I got tickets for like expired tags twice. Running a yellow light in Savannah. Fucking asshole.
Yellow.
Yeah. Yellow means
It was
stop.
orange?
Which is a great story. One of those ones where you wish T would have put on that fucking Pataskala attitude, but no, she was just like handing information over.
But I didn't need to tell him. He got me for fucking Ohio tags. He got me for fucking expired tags. He got me for going through the fucking yellow light. He got me for... The only thing I didn't get a ticket for was littering, because I put the cigarette out in the non-existent ashtray, so the fucking lit cigarette went down inside the fucking car. Oh yeah, it was great times. Do you have the registration card? It's not my name, it's my boyfriend's. Here, it's his grandfather. It's his grandfather's name. Where's he? He lives in Ohio. How long have you lived here? Like 4 years. You still haven't done the test. No. Thanks. Yeah. Then I worked with them and the whole world changed.
I don't have insurance. Why would I have insurance?
We had insurance. But yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah, what was it? Expired tags twice. Yellow light.
I don't know about expired
U-turn.
tags.
I got busted for expired tags.
The-
Fucking Reynoldsburg. Jackasses.
I don't know about expired tags. I know it was the yellow light in Savannah.
Oh, I got a ticket for plate reading the wrong car. Because that was totes my fault.
Oh, yeah.
Bought a car. Motherfuckers never switched my plates over. They just took the plates off my Festiva and put them on my tracker.
How's that go?
And they never fucking switched it over. So when you pulled up my tracker tags, it said the Festiva.
That sounds shady, T.
Yeah, because I stole plates. No.
She stole plates out of campus. She's down at campus drunk, stole plates.
Toads.
Saw a tracker.
Yeah.
So, hey. Why are you pulling me over? Asshole! It's totally
I don't
my
call them
wife.
asshole to their face.
Totally my wife. Yeah, I know. It's under your breath as they walk back to the car. Just loud enough they might hear.
That happened to a friend of mine at a party.
Asshole.
After the cops got called, he used that term as he was walking back to our house and got arrested and spent the night in the
Yeah.
drunk
Because he
tank.
said asshole?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll get you.
They
for
can
that.
arrest you for saying
Well,
asshole?
he was drunk in public, even though he was technically
They're gonna
on
find
private
something
property.
that you're
They'll,
breaking.
they'll
Yeah.
find a reason at that point because you're being a dick.
I'm never a dick.
I was okay with him spending a night in the jail, or in jail, because
Yeah, I don't want him at my house puking. That's what you're gonna say, right?
his girlfriend was not happy. The next morning when they called, you have a collect call from. Hey, you want to go with me to pick him up? Hell no. Okay, I guess I'll go get him by myself.
Fuck him.
That was a good time.
You ever picked... So, when you went to go pick him up,
Yeah.
total left turn here.
Oh, here we go. I need another beer.
How long did you have to sit there and wait for him?
Well, fuck, I waited in the car because I got there before he could be released. And then I went in, and all the windows are, like, black as hell, and I'm like, which one do I go to? Because there's nothing saying, like, pick up your
Go here.
felon here. And so finally I hear, boop, boop, ma'am, can I help you? Yeah, I'm here to pick up
As
my
you're just
friend.
like pacing in the like.
I'm like standing in the lobby. I'm like, I'm here to pick up my friend. I got a phone call saying he could be released, and I'm here to get him. What's his name? Give him the name. It was like an hour and a half later. Here he comes.
Yeah, it takes forever to get
Yeah,
out.
he's got his stuff. First thing he does, puts a dip in his bottom lip, and he's like, let's go get fucking breakfast. And that was it.
We went and picked someone up. Chatham County.
Not me. It was not
No,
me.
it was not him. 3.5 fucking hours. We sat out in that parking lot and
Yeah.
fucking waited. When they got out to the car, I asked, how long have you known about this? About 20 minutes ago.
That's what they do.
Do they have to like take time to process
Having
paperwork
been-
and shit, and then?
I don't know.
I think what they do is just
Go
fuck
get
with
them?
yeah, I think what they do is just fuck with everybody. Having been in jail at one point in time and gotten released myself, what they do when you get out of jail, they come and get you and they say, hey, you're getting out, and you're like, fucking sweet, thank God somebody's have mercy on me. I can get out. You're probably out in like 20 minutes because they gotta like check, like they double check like 3 times to make sure you're you. You know, like you do the fingerprint, then they do the picture, and then I think they did fingerprint, and then like one more person did fingerprint and picture, and then they were like, okay, cool. They give you your clothes and stuff back, and then I got my wallet and stuff, and then I was outside, and it was about 25 minutes. So I don't know what they do in the 2.5 hours prior to that, but yeah. So I think they just make the people fucking wait. I think they just make it as difficult as possible.
Mission
Right, to
accomplished.
encourage you to try to straighten up and not come back, maybe.
I guess. I guess maybe it's just for just to the point of, you know, in case you like just went in, so you get to spend more time in there. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
There's no motive for them to like, not like a discharge from the
Yeah,
nursing
gotta
perspective.
get the hell of get
Let's
these
get
patients out of here.
But then sometimes nurses do that too. Like if I do this, then I'm gonna have another direct admit.
That's true.
That's true.
So when you get
Sorry.
slowed up in the hospital. That's
So
fucking
6 of
with
one,
you.
half dozen of the other. Yeah, let's get
Unless
them.
it's getting close to the end of her shift, then she'll hurry up and get you out. If she
So
can
she
time
can
it right.
dip. So she can bail.
Before you get another admission.
Before you get the next one, because you'll be like, oh, that's the oncoming nurse's problem, not mine.
Like, I don't know who that bitch is. Mm-mm. You got a broken leg?
Oh,
That's
you
too
got a
bad.
new admin.
That's why you sit in
7.
the ED for so long. Just saying.
Just might happen that way. So thanks, DJ, for writing in. Thank you, Rob, for writing in. Thank you, Hannah, for writing in. We sincerely appreciate you guys supporting the podcast and writing in that apparently gives a shit what we think.
I love emails.
I really do. It's my favorite part.
Yeah.
It's T's favorite.
I know we say it all the time, but
That's what I'm talking about. So, thank you very much. Again, if you tell your friends, tell your pals, tell your
mom,
tell your grandma
Tell your
at
friends.
Thanksgiving, socially distanced over like Zoom or something. So
on the phone.
you can hear us.
I'm not that kind of girl.
Who likes to be
Be
alone.
alone. I miss you much. Oh, miss you much. I really miss you much. Miss you much. I miss you much.
Little Janet.
You can hear us on. You can subscribe to us on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Go do that now. We thank you. Episode 35 is over 1,500 downloads in the first week. We sincerely appreciate it. So thank you for telling your friends and telling your pals about us. The show just keeps getting bigger, and it's all because of you. Go to YouTube if you want to watch this all the time. You can go to YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The podcast will be there. They'll probably be released there first. So you actually be able to hear them earlier than what you do on the Fridays at 11 a.m. So go check them out. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Go subscribe to us on wherever you listen to your podcast at, you can hear us there. So go search for Arch City Paranormal. We sincerely appreciate your support. We are going to take a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the Mayan calendar in 2020 and why the world's getting ready to end.
Oh, my.
Yeah, nobody saw that coming, did they?
No.
And then we're also going to talk about what type of ghosts there are in Tulas. Am I pronouncing that right? Tula?
Tulpa.
Tulpa. There's a P in there that I forgot about. It's silent. It's like a pterodactyl. Shut up. So,
Don't ask
if you would
me.
like to hear that, if you'd like to hear the rest of the show, this show will come out next Thursday. That's right. Thanksgiving in the U.S. This show will come out next Thursday, 11 a.m., 8 a.m. Eastern time. We sincerely appreciate you tuning in and listening to us, and we'll be back right after this.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
A few moments later.
So welcome back, everybody. If you're back with us on Facebook, I'll stitch this together somehow when I edit this stuff. Like a few moments later. But what we're going to talk about? What were they? Tulpas?
Tulpas.
Tulpas.
Different types of ghosts.
So different type of ghosts. We're gonna touch on the tulpas, and then what I want to talk about is I was going to talk about the Mayan calendar and how the world's getting ready to end. I mean, probably.
it fucking feels like it.
Right. It's probably no surprise to some folks out there listening right now. It's probably like no surprise. Like, duh, of course it is. What are you talking about? Of course. So we'll talk about that, and then we're going to talk about things that we manifest with our mind. But wherever you're listening to us, our iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, tell a friend, subscribe today, or you can head over to our YouTube channel if you want to actually watch what goes on while we do a podcast and how goofy we look. Feel free to go over there. Slowly, episodes are going to come out on there.
He did. Rude.
Slowly. What?
He called us goofy looking.
Well, I mean, I included myself in that. It's not like it's not a derogatory term. And
It's not.
We're offended.
We're offended. That's official.
Allison's also offended.
No. Do you want a hair tie or a hat?
oh, do I?
Yeah.
Should I? Should I? Oh, she said yeah.
Oh, well,
I've
you
got-
mentioned it earlier, so
I've
I
got a
thought I
hat
would.
out there. I don't have a hair tie.
I'll get you your hat.
You need to go up the back.
Could go.
There you go. Bean sprout.
Up the back, swipe your nose like a credit card.
Yeah. My neck, my back.
Lick my pussy and my crack.
Put your hair up just like that.
There's
So,
another
yeah.
segment that you've not mentioned yet.
The news.
The news.
Tez News. Tez News.
As news.
But we're not doing that yet. You don't want to get everybody excited. We should have done that while we were live. Well, we did a lot of stuff live, though, didn't we?
We're live now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, Kyle.
We're doing a podcast today. Thanks for showing up.
Can you draw a clock for me?
Yeah, Miss Nevy.
I thought it was sitting on the table. Is it not?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Well, you don't sound so sure.
No, you had mentioned. Why didn't
Hold on.
somebody tell
I
me?
usually have a...
Hi, Gary.
Is it my dad?
It is.
Hi, Dad.
Got a secret drawer over here.
Is it a top secret or a middle secret?
While we're waiting, have you mentioned your T-shirts? Because I thought somebody...
She's wearing one.
I'm representing the whole Tupac hair
Oh, yeah.
band.
It's
And my
totally
T-shirt
Tupac.
that somebody very special got me from Langley Goods.
It's a nice shirt.
It is a
It is
nice
a nice
shirt.
shirt.
Somebody do an ad for that while I stick a rubber band in there.
Langley Goods, where you can find all your favorite t-shirts, hoodies, and other accessories. LangleyGoods.com.
You can also get all your favorite Arch City Paranormal swag.
There you go.
Hats, hoodies,
advertising voice.
long sleeve tees.
Long sleeve me's? I don't think so.
There.
Bean sprout.
How much better is that?
That's better.
Is it really?
I can see your face now.
Okay. Because it was all I could down.
Hair was just-
It was totally. It's
like this.
Skyline. Is this Skyline? We have a new host. I don't know. So anyway, yeah.
You're so stupid.
LangleyGoods.com. Or if you go to,
Posty hair.
You match.
or if you go to the website, archcityparanormal.com, up in the top right hand corner, you can click on a link. It'll take you to the Arch City swag over at Langley Goods. But LangleyGoods.com, you can go there and search for Arch City Paranormal. They've got all your
Swag.
stuff there. You can get a T-shirt for $15. You support the show, support your friends. That would be fucking awesome. Okay, so the Mayan calendar says the world is going to end in 2020, and originally when I read this, it was in June. But now they're saying, because originally started out as 2012, or well, wasn't it 2000?
2000, I remember.
Right. So originally it was in 2000. What?
But isn't
What
June
the hell
not
is
our
that?
June?
Right. So originally it was 2000. They said, "Oh, we read it wrong. We didn't even know what's going on." So then it was 2012, and of course then it was, we read it wrong again. They think we're 8 years off. So 8 years would have made it June of 2020. Well, here we are. Today is the 21st of November, 2020. So clearly it wasn't correct then. Now they're saying that is December 21st, 2020. And the way that they're backing this up is that Jupiter and Saturn will be aligned perfectly. On the winter solstice. What?
Stacy said, I can fix that, Kyle.
Yeah, can you fix it, okay? I just need it out of the way. There's
So you're saying-
there's a lot of it. It's more than I'm used to. So big.
So you're saying December, because right now that is not true.
December 21st,
Because right now we're in
2020.
November. Okay.
Right.
Which is also the winter solstice.
Correct. Jupiter and Saturn will align on the 21st of December, creating the brightest star in the sky. And this will be, or this won't happen again for another 500 years. And that would constitute a new, in terms of the Mayan calendar, it would constitute a new calendar, which means that this universe would destroy itself, and that the new Mayan religion, faith, people, whatever you want to call it, would create a new calendar that would run for another 500 years, and that universe, time span, world would end in that amount of time.
Isn't the calendar arbitrary, though?
Well, from what I've read, it actually works on the number of days as to whether or not, because each year is different. Each year isn't like the the Roman calendar, which is 365 days, like very regimented. It depends on how many number of days and the things that happen in that time frame. So that's why they're saying that they read it wrong, because they were applying a Roman-based calendar to it.
Is that, go back, I'm sorry, this may sound ignorant, but like October.
Dude, we're literally talking about the end of the year.
September,
or the end
November.
Of the end of all time. So.
No, but I mean like oct, meaning 8.
Correct.
We use it as the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the origin of that from the Mayan calendar?
I believe that is, I believe that's Roman.
Okay. Then why isn't oct
Roman,
our
Latin,
8th
Greek.
month?
I don't know.
So, and then sept.
Why are you asking me those questions?
Sept is 7, right? Why are they not in order? Oct, no, you know, like.
I do believe it is because when Julius Caesar was gifted his month for becoming the emperor of Rome, and they stuck it in as July, it threw everything else off.
He got that as a gift.
I have no.
I want that for
it
Christmas.
says that. Wait a minute. It says,
I literally just fucking.
I
you're
want a
just
month
making
for
up
for
shit,
Christmas.
Kyle?
So welcome to the podcast.
You didn't just make that up.
No, I had heard that before. That it actually the Julius Caesar was the first Roman emperor that was looked at as a god. So when they did that, they were like, "Oh, he deserves his own month." So they gave him this. They gave him the, and it threw everything else off.
According to this, October looks like originally the 8th month. January and February were added later.
That's what I thought.
Right. So it's it's Januarius and Februarius. Roman gods.
Junus.
Junus Februarius.
Mayus.
February, yes.
I was thinking the same thing.
Not a clue.
But anyway, the calendar seems arbitrary.
Well, time's arbitrary.
The solstice makes sense.
Yes.
Yes, very much so.
Correct.
And if you're talking about the planets being in alignment, like when they go direct or when they are in adjunct to one another, that makes sense to me.
You weren't completely wrong.
There you go. July and August. You know why they put them in there? Because the best months of the year. Summertime.
Summertime.
Ooh, summertime. It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. So anyway.
Time to sit back and unwind.
So, yeah. So I don't have any idea. But they're just saying now that the end of the world is going to happen on December 21st.
So what do we expect it to like go up in flames? Or are we expecting a slow fizzle, like people are just going to get COVID and everybody dies off?
Well, we're kind of there.
Well, what happened 500 years ago, though? Did it stop?
Not a clue. What, you expect me to research this shit? Like,
No, but you know a lot of shit. So what happened? Like, we know about what happened in the...
500 years ago would have been 1520.
But we know what happened then. We didn't have a new
AD.
world.
No, but they did begin exploring North and South America.
Was the end of the world as we know it?
It's the end of the world as we know it.
So anyway, I don't know.
Think about how far in advance they had to think about that, though. Like how futuristic that was. Like, I don't recall thinking about anything that's going to happen 500 years from now. Like, it is interesting that we have COVID and we have killer hornets and all the other Trump
Murder hornets.
All the hurricanes we've had. So,
Did you see the hive of murder hornets they found? Sorry, we can get back to that. ADHD.
yes.
What about your hurricanes?
Yeah, we've had more hurricanes than... So, this is my thought.
Than ever.
I would love to speak with someone who is deeply religious, because to them, is this the end of the world? Because, like, everything's going to hell in a handbasket. Like, are they completely freaked?
That guy. Like, I can't even hear him. I just hear, I'll tell you. I just want to get me. Nobody on the podcast can appreciate it, but look at my hat. Glasses.
So are you afraid?
There.
Do you think the world's ending?
I'm not afraid. I feel like they could predict the end of the world. They could predict the end of the world, the end of the civilization or whatever, but it's not going to quite go down that way. It's gonna go down like what we're dealing with now, like COVID, a coup, to uphold a falsified and fake government.
What happened?
You can just stick that back up there. It's
Shit
fine.
fell off the wall and it scared the fuck out of me.
It's alright, I don't feel anything. You're good.
Just stick it back up there on the wall. It's fine. Just stick it on there. It's just stuck on. Don't touch it.
You gotta lick it.
So, I think that's how. I think it'll play out slowly, kind of like the way we saw the Roman Empire fall. I mean, it took almost 300 years.
What about the Ice Age? How long was that?
The Ice Age was,
Because I would say that was a whole new world after that.
yeah, it was 70 or 80,000 years.
100,000.
There you go, 100,000. My bad.
Well, son of a bitch, that's a long
And
time.
it was 2.6 million years ago. So yeah, so
That
100,000
supersedes
years.
the 500.
Yeah,
Quite a few times.
for sure. And then also what you have to remember about that, just to put it in perspective, the hominins have been about 100,000 years. We have relatives that were before that we can sort of look at, that walked upright, that were, kind of like, hey, he's kind of human. So just to put it in perspective, well, 6 million years. Okay, so that's taken out of context. What we're looking at is like humans themselves. You could look like if you're out walking the plains in Africa, and look across the savannah and be like, hey, that's a fucking human. So that's where, yes, the hominids themselves have been around for about 6 million years. So but just to put that in perspective, so I don't know if you would look at it as the end of the world though?
And that brings me back to like
if you're the Ice Age, like would that be the end of the world?
I don't know, because it's some form of it continued to exist or grow from it. To me, the end of the world is the planet just crumbling. And Earth no longer existing.
Right, yeah.
That to me is the end of the
cracked
world.
in half and then dissipating into the universe. Yeah. I think with the thing you have to look at is if they did it in 500-year increments and they were looking at 500 years prior to that, where was their society 500 years prior to them writing that calendar?
That's interesting. And what about
If
we're talking about the human form, but if you're thinking about matter can't be destroyed nor created, then what happens to it? So you're talking about spiritual form, and that kind of goes along with the multiple universes, the quantum theory, where there's multiple universes.
yeah, absolutely.
Do they all end at the same time, or do you jump into another?
I guess you jump into another one. They wouldn't necessarily end at the all because mathematically, supposedly, there's the alternate universes. So you would have one universe where the universe ended, and you would have another universe where it didn't. And whatever, ooh, that's a beer. So whatever variation of that universe, there's that option. It's as small as there's another universe. We're doing the exact same podcast right now. Everything's happening exactly the same as it is at this moment, exactly right now, except your headband isn't pink, it's blue. And the whole thing's fucking happening.
Yeah, I don't know if I subscribe to that. Do you?
It's mathematically proven.
Yeah, but
This is where Rachel gets skeptical. So
do you think the
I got you.
Mayans,
I'm with
what
you.
makes them right? What gives them credibility?
Probably because an archaeologist stumbled across this tablet that they believe is a calendar, and it's the oldest one that they can attribute to a relatively civilized society. That's what I would say.
Has it ever been right?
Not a clue. I just thought it would be fun to talk about.
It is interesting.
I've done all kinds of interesting research.
So we're
on this. In-depth reporting.
like how broad was their span of where the Mayans originally occupied? What was their where they lived? Like what?
Like their footprint, like their
like how far across the world did they stretch in that time?
Basically Brazil, if I remember right. You could Google it real quick. If I'm remembering right, it's basically like Brazil. It could have been all of South America, but I think it's just Brazil. Yucatan Peninsula.
So parts of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Guatemala, Belize, Honduras.
So
El
not even that
Salvador.
large. Not even that large.
So my point to that was like, how interesting is it that something that came from such a small
Hi, Michael.
space can really project ideology that still stands today across the world?
It was probably because they had documented it so well, whereas other cultures didn't. There were certainly other cultures and other humans there, but they weren't advanced enough to like document this kind of shit. You know, they didn't build these step pyramids. They didn't build the different artifacts that they had to, you know, have this long standing.
Talk about time travel. Let's send you back there.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'd be down. Like, let's go. I mean, they probably chop my head off. Like, hey, who's this fat white guy? Why are you here? What are those on your feet? Shoes. What are shoes? It would be intimidating. Astronomical each universal cycle is lasting 2,880,000 days.
But if you went back in time and you were thick, would you be their leader? Because they would think you're a great hunter because you eat well.
I don't know. I don't know. Is that...
Yeah. Like if you're a fat bitch goes back, they're like, ooh, she can breed. Obviously she can fucking scour stuff up. Look, she eats.
There's hope for me after all.
You're dumb.
I mean, I guess.
It kind of makes sense. Oh, she thick and eat well, but boof slow. That's a problem.
Did you say boof?
No.
Moves. Move slow. I thought
Moves?
you said
She
boof.
boofs slow.
I thought she boofed slow.
She smurfs slowly.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Would the Mayans appreciate
Look
a
at the
thick
size
lady?
of her Smurfs. If you didn't see part 1 of the podcast, you're missing.
Well, I think
I
that's true
am not
because
reading this entire thing.
if you look back
And
at
it's
like
That's foreign.
I don't know, like I think that's true though. I think they definitely appreciated like I don't know about Mayan culture, but you see like
Was it the Romans that appreciate the Greek
I'm
gods,
thinking more
right?
of the Asian culture where they had like a lot of
They did, and there was a long time there where there was the Rubenesque paintings that were done, and I'm not sure on what year they were, like what years they were popular. I don't know what that would be.
I feel like the Roman pictures that maybe I'm thinking more Egyptian. They are still very slender.
Are they?
Yeah, that was just
Like Cleopatra, like, you know, you see like...
Yeah, that was a style that they used, though. That wasn't necessarily to depict, like, how it actually was. That was just their style of art or whatever.
I don't know. There was something we were watching last night. They were showing the Steve's dude.
Let me tell you about that Rick Steves Europe.
Did you enjoy it at all?
It's my new favorite show.
Yes!
What is it?
Rick Steves Europe, he's such a little nerd, but he has spent the
so
last 30 plus years
So
traveling
good.
through Europe. He's on PBS. He wears glasses. He tells you how to appropriately pack your suitcase, wear sensible shoes, and have a small backpack. that you can take with you. Tells you where to be safe, where to stay, what to eat, but throws in history.
Take your malaria pills.
It's such a good show. And I told Kyle about it last night.
It's a W.
Where did you go with Rick Steves last night?
He is in Italy, Rome. Rome. So we started out with ancient Rome. Mm-hmm. And then we did sort of like, modern, Rome, sort of like in the medieval times. So he's talking more about like the different churches that were built after Constantine came into power. And of course, that's not medieval, but the churches that were still there.
But they showed statues.
It's good shit.
Bringing it back. And the girls, they was thick. Thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more of an ideal. Yeah, the Romanesque. So what they did is before that, like where you see all the statues, like the statue of David and what was the one? What's the real popular one? The guy like throwing the disc.
Oh.
Who's that dude? Who's that guy? Fucking can't remember. Disc throwing statue guy. There you go. What's his name?
Discobolus.
Okay, so
of Myron.
So this dude here, and then and then later on, what they did when Constantine came into power in Rome, because prior to that, Christians were persecuted. We're way off track here.
You're the one that went there.
Sorry. So anyway, Romans were like, oh no, Christianity bad, and they were, they persecuted them and shit, and they would throw them to the lions in the Colosseum and that type of stuff. So there was all this really cool art and everything, and so they would make art like this that was like lifelike and anatomically correct, but not quite. Like they would modify it just a little bit so that it would be more appealing to your eye. Like like sort of the way they would stand, or like their arms might be a little longer than they should be, or whatever. So, but anyway, when Constantine came into power, and Constantine said, hey, Christianity is cool. Hey, a thumbs up. So, they started building, because that's exactly how he sounded. So, so he started building churches and stuff, and they were like, oh yeah, Christianity is cool and everything. But the problem was that all these people, to get them to sell these people Christianity, is they were illiterate. So they started making all that art, and all the art was church-based, like church story based,
biblical.
So like biblical. There you go, biblical. That's the word, because I don't know what the fuck I don't know. So very good, biblical. Yeah, that's the word. So they would start. So illiterate people would see these stories and they'd be like, oh yeah, that's right, yeah, because Jesus went and he did this stuff. So that's when the art changed over, and I'm not sure how I even got here. I don't even know why are we here.
I don't know, but I have a side note. So you mentioned that the statues were anatomically correct, right?
Yeah, to an extent.
David.
To an extent.
Girl.
They would change them.
Would they?
Yeah.
Because ain't none of them motherfuckers hung. You ever notice that? They're all like, itty bitty. You never see one with a hog like halfway down his thigh.
That's because it's reality. Sorry, T.
But you don't. They're all captains of the itty bitty peony committee. They're all like itty bitty.
Hi, Facebook.
You've never noticed that?
We're all not perverts.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
They really do, though. They're all teeny tiny. Why do Greek statues have small dongs? See,
maybe
look!
He's a grower, not a shower. Allison's embarrassed to be associated with this right now.
Just pointing out something I noticed.
Okay, moving on.
Sorry. Come on now, Greek chicks in the statues, they just have big old titties. We got robbed.
You want me to mute your mic?
Ew.
No. Because she's not wrong.
Thank you.
You see my G.I. Joes?
I actually
read this. Yeah, well. Is my dad still on? That's going to be edited out, right?
Yeah. Oh, it has to be now.
Okay.
That's not what I meant at all. Thanks, T.
No, I read a study though that said most men, flaccid dirt does not extend past their testicles.
Really? I did not
Google
know
that, Allison.
Why have you pushed your mic away?
Apparently this has nothing to do with me. Just have to mute my microphone. Just sort of hang out for the rest of the podcast. Now we got into the size of penises from the Mayan calendar, but it's what we do here. Yep.
It's like the best website ever. Everything you need to know about a penis.
We can go back to our Mayan calendar.
Okay.
See my jersey?
Who wants to talk about what a ghost is?
Yes, please.
So sorry my topic ran that far off into the fucking woods.
So what is a ghost? I think a lot of times we get asked as investigators, what is a ghost? And it ties back to
Never talk about the Mayan calendar again.
episode 36 when Kyle's had an email that asked about demons and if there are different breeds of ghosts. Yes, there are.
Yes.
So let's talk about, like, I want to just quickly go through a list of different type of entities, and then we'll kind of break it down a little further. So we have disembodied souls, which is essentially where the soul takes on a physical presence or essence.
Oh, jeez.
And is that really, like, something that we believe in?
So that's not going to be similar to the disembodied voice that we got at.
Well, that's how they project, but that's not the spirit of itself. Like, so basically what I'm saying is, does your soul have a physical attribute to it that it would carry on? And I thought that was an
Okay.
interesting concept, because if you're a soul, you're here in your human form, do you take on that human essence when you go on to your next
Gotcha.
life?
Okay.
So that's one. A psychological imprint, meaning like there's an imprint in a space or time that is essentially like stamped there. So a good example of this is if you walk into a room after someone's had an argument or a fight, you weren't there to
Right.
witness any of that. You come in, you're like, oh, something's wrong. That's like a physical and psychological imprint.
Which you could say that is also similar to the stone tape theory, where like limestone or living rock or whatever takes on that. We find that a lot in homes or buildings that have that limestone. You'll find that a lot. Like there's EVPs that repeat there. There's unintelligent hauntings that happen there. Things that go, what? What does that look?
I'm watching her type. Oh, sorry.
So that also is like an astral traveler, though, like something that plays on repeat, on a loop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the other things. So, just quickly to go down the list, and then I think we'll have like talk
Okay.
about
Okay.
like
Sorry.
the
I'll shut
tulpa.
up.
No. The tulpa like is a thought form, and then Kyle, hopefully you can help explain that a little bit better when we get a quantum event or a time slip, where there's like multiple universes occurring at the same time and we get a glimpse into that universe. So that's kind of like, I watched a paranormal investigator talk about like what they define as a ghost, and so those are the categories they give. And then I listened to another paranormal investigator who talked about two types of ghost spirits and then supernatural entities. And so to like hit on those, we have shapeshifters, doppelgangers, elves, fairies, sprites, shadow figures, demons, angels, human apparitions, astral travelers, poltergeists, and orbs are not spirits, but activity of a spirit. So I thought it was kind of interesting to talk about, because I think we've all encountered like conversations that surround all of these topics. So
For sure.
to go back, like let's talk about the tulpa, because that was a new word or a thought idea to me. And I had sent Kyle a little video about like, okay, I can't wrap my head around this. Can you?
That was the first time I had like
Heard of it?
or whatever. And it's basically just, it is your imaginary friend personified to the point where you give it a life. Like, it has a life of its own. It has its own personality. It has its own thoughts, its own fears, its own opinions. It was super interesting.
They said, to be very clear, it's not a schizophrenic or multiple personality type of situation.
Right. It's another entity that you create in your head. It's the weirdest thing to be, like, to talk about or to think about. It's this other entity that you've concocted in your head that it almost seems like it would be there, like, created as a schizophrenic thing, though.
Or
like,
an extension of yourself.
Right. Like, it's this other person, like, it's this other slice of me that I really can't be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's this other piece. It was super interesting.
So they did an experiment called the Philip experiment.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an experiment done in the 1970s. And basically what it was, the first step was that they brought this group of people, I think it was 8 people, together. They had different backgrounds, like a housewife, a physician, different occupations.
Like,
they did not know each other.
Yeah, no relationship to each other at all.
And they asked them to create this fictional person and a story about them. So that they created this life of Philip, what was his last name?
Aylesford?
And they created this whole life story about him.
You can Google the Philip experiment.
Yeah, Aylesford. So that was the first step. And then they had these people come together in the daytime and do a seance. And they would try to invoke the spirit of this fictional character. And for the first whole year, like, nothing happened. They were sitting there, they were talking about... Then they changed it up. In 1972, they said, well, we're going to change these sittings. We're going to dim the lights. We're going to bring objects in. We are going to sing songs. We are going to, like, try to invoke the spirit, like, actively engage the spirit. And what's interesting is they all started hearing taps in response to invoking the spirit, this fictional character. So how do you explain that?
So it was some type of physical manifestation of what their minds projected out there as being real.
Yeah, they would say, like, tap once for yes, tap twice for no, or whatever, and then they would get intelligent responses.
They would actually get those taps.
Mm-hmm. Everyone in the group heard it after they changed the way they approached it. And like Kyle, I told you, I don't think that it is a tulpa. I think that you're now invoking the spirit that's in that space.
You're capturing whatever is there anyway.
Yeah, 2 separate things.
Because I want to know, how can they determine it wasn't another spirit?
Yeah.
Versus, hey, that's really Philip. Maybe he did exist. How are they differentiating?
That the power of their minds isn't that strong?
Perhaps.
Like, some people think that they like this theory better because they would like to think their mind is more powerful and they could invoke something with their mind versus, like, something intruding on you and your space.
Right.
I think the example that this investigator gave was like, I don't want to think about grandma watching me in the shower. I'd rather think that my mind is more powerful to create something. But I think there's probably 2 separate entities. Like, you have one that's you created fictionally and you're sitting and talking about that, but the actions that you're doing are actually invoking, and you're opening that chakra, the crown chakra, open to connect to spirit that's there in your space.
So you think like...
It ain't Philip, it's somebody else that's
right.
there.
It's somebody else that they're tapping into that may be telling them that it's Philip.
Mm-hmm.
just to communicate somehow because it can't communicate any other way. Like, hey, you're listening now. It's not Philip, it's whoever. It's, it's Jim. And Jim's like, this is the only way I can make contact. I need to make contact somehow. So we come through that way. I could see that. But then also, what do you have where you have enough people that go to a certain place?
So I think that is the
Like, hey, it's
psychological imprint.
But what if you're getting...
Like it's continuously playing an event that occurred there on a loop. Mm-hmm. It's just...
But wouldn't that be more traumatic? Like, wouldn't you get more... Like, if it was a traumatic event that happened at that place, you were like,
I think that's what people go for, right? Like, if you think about, like, places that are, quote, haunted, they have this traumatic experience that has happened there. Suicide, homicide.
Right, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And so they further define that, like, why that people would come. So if you're talking about spirits, which by definition in there it would be like something that was once human. What causes someone to be a ghost could be unfinished business, like they are looking for justice or to watch over a loved one. Untimely death, so they may not realize they're dead.
They just don't know.
So they're going about their daily tasks in that situation. Materialistic spirits, somebody who's too connected to the worldly possessions and can't let go. Fearful of Judgment Day, so somebody who is very religious who feels like I can't go up and face
St. Peter.
Yeah, like what's going to happen to me, so I'm not even going there.
Right.
And then a haunting, which I think we experience a lot. They're there and they're stuck because they have a message, and it's usually a very short stint until somebody gets their message and then they'll move on.
So, do you think like Egyptian kings then don't haunt, or queens, because they're buried with all their material?
Unless they have unfinished business and they're watching over their kingdom.
True.
Yeah, or that would take care of one part of it where they can't let go of their worldly possessions, but it doesn't change. I mean, it still might have a message for somebody, or maybe they don't realize they're dead, or it could be any of those. Really, come to think of it.
So one of the things they talked about, like how they present themselves, like solids, like a full apparition, half or part of the body, which I think, you can experience with touching, like, oh, maybe I felt like a hand, a mist, or an orb, or ectoplasm. Like, can you explain ectoplasm? Do you know what that is?
Slimer.
But what is that? Like, where does it come from? What's the...
It's something that is psychically created. Have a better...
A supernatural, viscous substance that is supposed to exude from the body of a medium. During a spiritualistic trance and form the material for the manifestation of spirits.
I don't think I'm the one to comment.
I've never experienced anything like that.
I'm glad you haven't, because that's gross.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Like, I can't say that I've experienced that. Like,
I have never encountered it myself, but it's supposed to be a physical...
Like, people have claimed to
slime.
See it? Or feel it?
Yeah, like it's a physical thing that they can touch. It's snot. It's ghost snot.
Like it smurfs on you?
Yes. It'll smurf all over your face. You give it the chance. I mean,
Because
if she was paid enough for the scene.
Ew.
That's so bizarre. Like, where do they think that comes from?
It's not really. Plenty of guys will pay for it.
Oh,
you're still talking about the ectoplasm.
You get mad because I said something?
I don't get mad about anything. I don't care.
You were all disturbed.
That was funny.
Have you ever met anyone who's, like, claimed that they've had experience with that?
No.
Can you Google proof of ectoplasm?
I think I discount that.
I might.
Ectoplasm is said to be formed by physical mediums when in a trance state. The material is excreted as a gauze-like substance from orifices on the medium's body, and spiritual entities are said to drape this substance over their non-physical body, enabling them to interact in the physical and real universe.
Do you ever find that, like, your nose runs or your eyes are watering?
No.
No.
Huh.
Like, I've become sad when a spirit is connected and they have a really sad demeanor or sad, like, I feel the experience or the essence of a spirit, but no. Nothing like that.
Do we have anything other than this? Anything other than, like, Wikipedia? How stuff works?
Popular science.
But I also have to say, I've never done a seance. Like, I've never tried to sit and tried to summon the spirit or essence of a particular person. I have not done that. We should do that.
I was gonna say, would you do it?
We'll do
Hell
it right.
yeah, I'd do it.
We'll do it right here on the podcast.
Let's do it.
I've never done that, though.
Well, Popular Science is already saying in the second paragraph this is a parlor trick.
Sleights of hand present gauze.
Animal parts?
Ew.
God, no. I'm not interested in doing that.
Gauze, though. It's supposed to look like gauze? Mm-hmm. I always pictured it like the Ghostbusters slime stuff.
That would explain why a typical ghost, when you think of one, is draped in a white something. It'd be gauze.
Like
Ectoplasm.
a white sheet. Like
Yeah.
the white sheet stuff.
Yeah.
Which I have to say, as a
that's
medium, that is
weird.
not like what spirit looks like.
That's suspicious.
It's
What does
so-
spirit look like?
To me, it looks misty, or I've encountered shadow figures, and I didn't even know until I started like diving into this and looking what others experienced. Hat Man is a thing, and Kyle and I both have seen Hat Man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a common experience.
Where'd you guys see
It's
Hat Man?
common?
Hat Man's a common thing that people see.
Thank you, Ali Sol. What is Hat Man?
It's a very tall, dark shadow figure that wears a hat, either a fedora and sometimes a trench coat, that disappears when you encounter them.
When you
And
lay
I would
eyes
say
on-
that's exactly what I saw in the Miller Building.
It's definitely what I saw.
Yes, exactly like that. And we have a picture of that at Memorial Hall.
Yeah. In the window, in the
That's
portal.
That's Hat Man.
And what does he mean? Does he mean anything,
I
or
believe exists.
To me, it's just portraying the essence of a gentleman. You know, like a
Person.
yeah.
I didn't really think anything. It just, it just tripped me out when I saw it, like, face to face.
yeah, sound like Cher? Oh,
Never gonna live that down. Oh. It wasn't exactly like that.
no, it wasn't. It was more like oh, a little more high pitched.
Right.
So I think
My skirt flew up.
that's the way that spirit is presenting, and it usually goes really quickly. You usually see it, and it's gone. So I have to say that oftentimes, even when I'm connecting with spirit, I don't see a physical human apparition that stays for very long. They may present themselves quickly and go away. It's mostly hearing it, and then they will tell me attributes, like feeling the essence of the person is more of what I experience. But definitely Hat Man is something that I have personally seen.
Yeah, I'd say.
Does he have those red eyes?
I didn't see red eyes.
I didn't that time, but I have before.
That would scare the shit out of me.
And I am not sure why. I only can explain it as that that's the way they want you to be able to see spirit is presenting itself in a way that you'll recognize as something. So either they can make you hear them, they can make you see them.
See, that's the kind of the way I took it. That's the way it looked, that it presented itself as a way I would recognize it.
Mm-hmm. As a man.
Or to be intimidated by it, or to try to intimidate me.
Nothing was super tall.
I mean, it was at least 7'2", 7'3". I mean, it was eye level. Like me looking at you, and I was standing, and it was at least 2 feet below me. Yeah. So 7.5, 8 foot tall.
And then it just mists away.
Yeah, it just like melted. That's the best way I can describe it. It melted.
And how many times have you turned around in the corner of your eye, you see that, and then it's gone? that happens to me like almost on a daily basis.
Well, I don't know. I can't say a daily basis, but it has happened. But see, up until then, it was like it was nothing. Like, oh, I'm just fucking, whatever.
I think that's what a lot of people do.
I'm hoping to find something.
So what do you think about shapeshifters? So like shapeshifter to me had a very different meaning than what I like. So shapeshifter here, the two examples they gave is a werewolf, so human to wolf, vampire, human to bat. And it takes on another form of someone who, but it can happen to take on a form of someone who lives in the house or of the pet. Which I was like, fuck. Yes, that's what I've experienced.
Somebody look like Boone?
Yeah, or that you think it's Boone and it's not. Like you're like, shit. That happens to me a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And even when I was very young, and even my aunts have experienced this in the house where my grandparents lived. They thought that my grandfather was walking through the house and exiting the back of the house. My aunt, who was kind of dramatic as a teenager, showed this story that obviously I wasn't there to witness, but she was yelling at him, Dad, 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 hey, why won't you answer me? He just kept proceeding through the back door. Well, he was across the street and a few houses over playing poker and had not been home. She's like, I saw him walk through the house and leave out the back door. So to me, that would be like some kind of shapeshifter. Now, are they malevolent?
Shit.
Not necessarily. They can mimic voices. Like, so how many times have you thought you've heard someone who's passed on, like, say something? Oh my gosh, that really sounded like Grandma. That really sounded like Uncle Ed. Or you can see or hear them, but there's no true, real interaction. So they don't have a message. That's the difference between a shapeshifter and they don't have anything to tell you. They're just there, and then they're like in the space. They look like something that you would expect, so normally you would dismiss them, and then they go away. So
are they hiding in that form?
I don't know.
To do something else?
I don't think they're necessarily malevolent. But it's something I've personally experienced. Like that's like even with my husband today, like I thought for sure, like, oh, like I turned around and he's still there. I was like, oh no, it's really you. Like I think that. How many times have you thought like you see like, oh, I just saw T in this room and she's not here?
I've had T yell at me when I've been home, and I've known better.
That's a shapeshifter.
Like yell at me from upstairs.
Have you experienced that?
Not that I can recall.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of.
No.
Yeah, like not too long ago, I can think of like being here, and I just was.
What did I say?
Just yelled my name.
Yeah, I've heard things like you're like.
Yeah, and it was like,
Wait.
oh, but the problem was I thought I was asleep, so maybe I wasn't. Like I thought I like dozed out like on the couch or whatever watching the news, and I heard T yell at me, and then I realized like, she's at work, like.
Weird.
Yeah,
So
that's suspicious.
So there's also doppelgangers, which is a type of entity that is not a shapeshifter and not just a lookalike. Yes, we have people in this life that look like, you may find somebody who looks like Kyle. You find somebody who looks like T.
Damn fine looking dude right there.
But a doppelganger would be a spirit that's mistaken as human. Like so much so that you're like, I encountered this person, but they were acting real weird. They wouldn't say anything to me. I was talking to them. I've not experienced that.
So like those people that would interact with like say like there's stories at the Juliet Gordon Lowe house in Savannah of people interacting with a young girl that was like real. Like, where are you? Like, why are you up here? Like the upper couple floors of the house, you're not supposed to be there. Like people would interact with this girl up there. Like where, whose Girl Scout troop are you with? Why are you here?
For those who don't know, Juliet Gordon Lowe created the Girl Scouts.
Yeah, she started the Girl Scouts, and she's in Savannah. But so I've heard a bunch of stories like that where like they would interact with some little girl that was like, oh, I'm lost on the tour or whatever, and then like, oh, well, you need to be back downstairs. You shouldn't be up here. And then there wasn't anybody missing from a tour. There wasn't anybody. This is, something that did or didn't happen.
No, I've never encountered that where I've like interacted with something that didn't respond, or I thought they were acting weird, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, I didn't see you yesterday," or I've never had that. But yeah, so it'd be something, and it could even be mirror-like to yourself that you're experiencing.
You would talk to yourself?
It can be.
That's worse than a shadow dude.
Mm-hmm. That would freak me out.
Like, are you future me? Dude.
Then there's elves, fairies, and sprites. So those are some people consider like same as the orb, like a manifestation of spirit that they make that you can see or not see. And they can be good or evil.
Fairies can be evil?
Yep.
Can you imagine a mean Tinkerbell?
It just doesn't seem possible.
No.
At all.
But
She
they
a
can
real
be
bitch.
menacing. Move stuff around on you that shouldn't be moved.
So they don't like put that on like poltergeist. They think it's like fairies.
So poltergeists
Oh.
are not spirit,
Kyle just segued.
but it's an activity of a spirit. So poltergeist, you think of something that is throwing something, moving something.
Right, moving shit.
So that's not a separate entity of itself. That's activity. So you can say poltergeist activity of a previously human spirit.
So you wouldn't classify something as poltergeist.
That's what.
But isn't that the German word? Isn't that what that is? Something Geist? Geist is ghost, right?
It's meaning the noise that it creates, or
Yes.
the
German it's noisy ghost.
Okay. Okay.
same with an orb. So people say, "What are orbs?" So it's not necessarily its own entity. Like something
Dust.
exists as an orb, but something that is the energy that the spirit is giving off. How they let you know that they're here.
Okay. How it presents itself.
I've seen orb that to me was just with my own eye.
Right, with like legit. It was
Yes.
real. Yes.
I have seen it on camera where it seems different than dust to me.
Yes.
There are definitely dust that's there. There's a lot of lens flares that people get. But even the picture that my aunt sent, which we can post if you want, around my cousin's grave, that seems like more than a lens flare to me. Like,
Right.
what are those?
It stayed there. It was solid. Yeah.
And
Despite
she gave
her
us
moving.
permission to share if we wanted to share it. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to share that.
That to me is not a lens flare.
Taking notes.
Have you guys seen orbs that you think are not dust on camera or otherwise?
I'd say on camera. Nothing with my own eyes, but on camera, yeah.
I've seen them in person. Yeah.
And I think one of the good things that we have on film is film.
1980s.
But is like at Prospect, where you can see the orb come up, and then like Allison like reaches back and feels it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
From this last trip or the
No,
one?
the first trip. You're in the ballroom, and a thing comes in, and you reach back,
Like I'm scratching my back or
and
something?
you like at the same time that it touched you, like you feel it.
I did not know this.
Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where you been, man? Are you on the paranormal investigation team or what?
I thought so.
Where are you?
But I've seen orbs like in
If not, can I join?
I mean, that's why you guys keep calling me, right? I mean,
We're not taking any new members. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'll go.
But I've seen orbs like in real time.
I
Have
have.
you?
Yeah. Moundsville Prison in the psychiatric ward. I actually saw one that was colored reddish white. I saw out of the corner of my eye. Went along for it. It looked like a large laser pointer, which obviously no one had on the investigation. A went across the floor and was like, "Oh shit, what was that?" You know, and then not only somebody else that was with me saw it as well.
I
So
think
it
I
was
sent
there.
you a video. It's a long time ago, but from my husband's office space where there's colored orbs, where I could see them. It's been forever
you?
ago.
I don't remember that.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Must have been some other paranormal investigator.
But it was kind of like pulsating and across.
Cool.
I got my phone out because
No, dude, you didn't send that to me.
I have it on video.
Yeah, you need to send that to me. You didn't send me that.
What in the Sam hell is that?
No shit, I bet.
Yeah.
When you see it with your own eyes, I think that's when you start to question yourself.
Especially if you've given doubt to seeing orbs or giving orbs legitimacy.
Yeah, because I'm the first one to be like, that's a fucking dust. Like, it's a bug. It's what? It's don't look at that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see something like that, it's like, what? Like, what the hell was that?
I think if they give off their own light.
Give off their own light and change direction in relation to any other dust that may be in the frame. If that happens, then there's something there that is anomalous that needs to be looked at and addressed. There's a really good video on our YouTube right now. The first time we went to Prospect, there's a really, really good orb from the ballroom in Prospect on
moving
there.
across the floor.
Yeah,
I
it
remember
goes across
that.
the floor. It lights up the floor below it. It's probably one of the best videos Art City has. It's there on YouTube right now. Check it out.
And then there's like demons that are typically evil, not easily ignored, invoke feelings of dread, bad feelings, sadness, depression, nightmares. I have not encountered that.
Don't you feel like that's attributed a lot to like what your religious belief might be?
Maybe.
Because I mean, if you don't subscribe, I mean, like, let's say, just for a second, let's say we toss out all organized religion whatsoever, and some guy, I don't know, living in Columbus, Ohio, runs up against this asshole spirit. I mean, would he call it a demon? Probably not. I mean, once you remove religion from it, it's just a fucking dick.
That's how I feel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I subscribe to, is like, you know, I understand that, you know, people do most of what, I mean, do you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, your thoughts. Okay. So, I mean, I don't want to leave anybody out. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like when it comes to demons, it's kind of like, you know, like without the religious aspect of it, like you're just a fucking prick. Mm-hmm. Like, you know,
You might have evil tendencies or negative tendencies or something.
like, trust me, when I die and I come back to haunt anybody, I'm a fucking demon. I'm going to be a fucking prick. I'm going to hide your socks and your car keys. You're going to be late to work.
But that's different than like...
And I'm going to scratch you when I can.
I was going to say scratching, hitting. Like, do you feel something that touches you as demonic? Because I don't.
I don't. I think that they're coming through and they're communicating as best as they can. You know, I think I mean, I've said it before on the podcast. I've said, you know, we've talked about it plenty of times. Like, I just feel like if you were a dick in real life, I mean, nothing's going to change when you die. I mean, you're probably going to be even bigger dick. I mean, if you had any reason to not be a dick while you were alive, you know, like, well,
You have no constraints now.
one day, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
one day I might have to talk to St. Peter, and that didn't fucking scare you enough. So now you're dead, and you know you're dead. Like, well, I'm definitely going to be a prick now, you know? So I'm going to hide your car keys. I'm going to do weird stuff to your dog. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to, you know, you're going to, you know, lose your favorite, you know, whatever from your mom. Like, you know, whatever. I'm going to fuck with you as best I can just because I can. Because I'm a dick. There's no consequences now. I know what happens. I know what happens when we die. So I'm a dick.
Yeah. What do you think about, like, I was looking at this on the screen there that says, like, levitation of objects, furniture. Like, I've never experienced that.
I wish I could.
Like, why would something lift something up?
I don't know.
Yeah, what does that prove?
I've not experienced that.
Get your attention.
The only
Maybe?
the only time I've ever run into that was like one of the first experiences I've ever had. I was helping a buddy of mine do remodeling at Moon River Brewery in Savannah, Georgia, and it would take our tools and it would move them places. And I know that because when we left in the evenings, they were done. That portion of the restaurant building was locked off because they didn't want anybody up there, and he wanted to secure his tools. Mm-hmm. So we would lock the door, and the manager gave us the key. There was no one that could get in there. And like the tape measure, one of the ones I remember vividly is the tape measure, a regular 3-inch construction tape measure was moved on top of the door frame. 8-foot tall door frame, Victorian home. It wasn't a home, but
building.
Whatever. Was on top of the door frame. The next day, we couldn't find it. We went all day, couldn't find it. To the point where he went and bought another one. And then I happened to notice while I was smoking, oh, there's our fucking tape measure. No one had any reason to put it on top of the door frame except to fuck with us. And no one else had access to that area except us. So
I think that's more of somebody kind of playing around than... do you feel like it was evil?
No. I'm just referring to the poltergeist activity, actually moving shit.
I just think people think poltergeist equals evil Carol Ann.
Right.
Go to the light, Carol Ann!
Yeah. Or Coach. That's great in that. He's great.
But I feel like it's not necessarily... I think it's getting your attention.
Mm-hmm.
This is real. Pay attention.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
But I've never, people say, their table lifts up or, stuff flipped over. I've never experienced...
I would love...
Well, you always see those videos. The drawers come open in the kitchen or the cabinet doors or a chair slides out.
I have had a cabinet door open.
Did you see it open?
Yes.
Shut up. Did you really?
Yes. My stepdad and I witnessed a cabinet open. It wasn't wham, with aggression. It just... Right.
Well,
and
at
my
your
stepdad,
house?
At my mom's house, my stepdad, he would say, "Grandma, is that you?" And it'd be close.
Sweet.
That's cool as hell.
Now that house, if we could get in there, if my mom would let us in there, it'd be pretty cool.
I've never experienced anything like that.
Do you think you could convince her?
Yeah, probably.
I could. Give me a shot.
Yeah, I mean, and my stepdad, he would talk to my grandmother all the time.
Really?
And would she react like that?
So, confession, the cat I was talking about earlier is actually nicknamed Grandma after my great-grandmother because my stepdad's convinced that spirit was in Grandma. Grandma passed away, but yes.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He 100% thought that was Grandma.
All right, so we know we're investigating next.
Mm-hmm.
Can a spirit take the form of a cat?
Well, my mom and I actually called the police one night. So, my stepdad...
Because of something that happened in the house?
Absolutely. So my great-grandmother's house, it was her house prior to my mom having it. And my grandmother had hand-painted this tall ceramic Indian figurine, right? It was probably... I don't know, 2.5 feet, 3 feet tall. Weighed at least 60 pounds. I mean, heavy ceramic. She'd hand painted. It had been in her old house. She moved here. My mom and I, my stepdad was still working. He worked in the evenings. My mom and I were sitting there, and you could hear, upstairs.
No shit.
My mom's like, oh my God, somebody broke in the house. We were totally freaked out. So we go over to the neighbor's house. We call the police. Police come. There's nobody there. But sure as shit, there's scratch marks all around where the statue was.
So it was the statue moving.
Mm-hmm.
Picked up and
my grandmother painted that. And that's the same grandmother that visits me all the time, and the same one that the medium, when we went to a group platform mediumship reading that came through.
So I'm going to text Michael now and tell him to clear his schedule for next weekend. That sounds amazing.
There were
We've got
scratch
our next
marks.
Investigation.
Yeah, I mean, my mom was in a complete panic, was 100% convinced that someone was in the house. We called the Columbus police. They came. Mm-hmm. Nobody was there.
So, yeah, let's go.
And she's there often.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
My mom would probably let us, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, but my stepdad is convinced that cat was the
I find this stuff out the same as you guys.
Dude, this has been part of my life.
Nobody tells me this stuff.
Shit's like played in my life.
Can you imagine the drive home from the investigation, though? Oh, it'd be fantastic.
It'd be so short.
Right
It
here in
would be.
Columbus, right?
That'd be amazing.
It'd be quick.
Yeah, she lives over by OSU.
It wouldn't be far for anybody. All right. We'll see you next weekend.
So different types of... Do we have any more? You got any more?
Just angels, gods, and saints. And I think that they say that they are there to comfort or to warn or to bring good omen. They're not hauntings or not ghosts.
Do
They're
you
separate.
do you believe that those... We're talking about what can be created in the mind. Do you believe that those are created in the mass consciousness? Here's this God that everybody can worship, everybody can look up to, and it was actually created in our mass consciousness to worship and to make us all feel better.
Honestly, I think it's a spirit guide that it manifests its way in a different, like, depending on what you've been trained to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who put the face on it, but that's what I think.
What do you think?
I have a humanoid spirit guide as well as animal totems, but
Can you repeat the question?
she wasn't paying attention.
No, I was. I was watching you.
I'm drunk, so
I heard. I know.
don't know.
I'm on water.
So we were talking earlier about the tulpas. That's how we pronounce it, tulpa. And that the human mind can actually create these entities that we can interact with. They can apparently tip tables and knock and all kinds of stuff during a seance. Do you believe that over the amount of time since, 1 AD, that we have created this mass consciousness, this mass projection of this higher being, and now we worship it as something that's a religion. We've created it in our heads, so we've projected it now out into the universe.
Mm-hmm. That's a very loaded question. Because I don't believe in traditional religion, it's hard to, even though I was raised Methodist. Did that give us like a starting point to create everything else that if we can do this,
I mean, according to the Philip experiment, this is something that we can manifest. This is something that we could do. Mm-hmm. So, and that was only 8 people. Mm-hmm. That was only 8 people. This is millions of people over thousands of years have come up with this.
Or what people went through, like with Martin Luther, to try to project or say, hey, this is the religion you need to follow. And I'm going to tell you about it and take it over. And you will, worship in this manner.
Right.
Or you'll cease to exist.
Yes.
I don't get behind that at all.
Could it be such a powerful guide that it is encouraging you to share your experience with others? My guide is a Native American man named Michael, which I know doesn't really match up, but that's what he goes by. Very much looks like a traditional Native American man. And the strangest thing is, after I identified that, I didn't share that with anyone. I mean, I shared it with my friend Jen because she was part of this guide tour with me or whatever. And then my daughter started being calling things Michael, which I thought was really weird.
Super weird.
Yeah. The neighbor's dog became Michael. Her baby doll became Michael. Yeah.
Is she sensing
or
picking up?
I don't know. I didn't tell her about Michael.
I'd be curious to know if she has some of your...
She definitely sees, has seen stuff I know. Here we go about videos again. But when I was rocking her to sleep, there was one with a balloon. And I'm rocking, and like the balloon, you can see like pulling down and popping up, pulling down, and then she's playing peekaboo. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's nobody else in the room, and she's like, "Where'd Daddy go?" Well, my husband's brother looks a lot like him. My husband's brother, who's in spirit, looks a lot like my husband. So if we were to say like, "Where's Daddy?"
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We need to come to your house too.
Mm-hmm.
So millions of people projecting this God. Is it a mass projected tulpa? Or is it just a
But how does it cross all these different cultures, right? So basically, we have different names for it, but it's all the same story.
yes. It is legit all the same story.
And who recorded the story to begin with?
In fact, well, it was a money grab. I mean, if you really want me to jump up on that soapbox, it's a money grab. But there's many stories from that region of a virgin mother and her son being something special from that same time frame.
What's that movie called? Something Geist.
Oh, Zeitgeist?
Yes. If you haven't watched that, watch that.
So
there's a bunch of stories from that time frame.
it's been proven that man has to have something to base its morals and its responsibilities and life choices on. Mm-hmm. So yes, it was all projected out. Mm-hmm. Because the thought of God gives the human being something to mold their life around and base their decisions on. So yes, it's just been told. Every story's been told
over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean one of the I guess the flaw, I would say, in the story of the Virgin Mother or whatever, is that even today, if you look at Muslim religion, Muslim Islamic law, if a woman's raped, it's her fault.
I don't agree.
I completely agree with you. Mm-hmm. Okay. But then all you need to do is you sort of need to, ratchet that back, project that back to this particular time frame. So let's say Mary is out, maybe she's off to sell one of her goats at the market, and she got separated from her brother because the law would have been she would have had to have been accompanied by her brother. During this point in time, Jerusalem, that area is occupied by Roman soldiers. They take a liking to her. Hey, what you doing? No guy around. They drag her off somewhere and they rape her. She becomes pregnant. At that point, she needs to admit that she was pregnant. She's pregnant she's been raped. She's been impregnated. She's raped. Her brother then is shamed because he wasn't able to protect her. Her family's shamed because she's went out and had sex now. She needs to be punished for this.
So a story was embellished?
So a story is created that she was actually impregnated by God. And that her son or her offspring is the divine offspring of the Holy Spirit.
And here we are.
That's not to say that Jesus wasn't a cool guy. That's not to say that Jesus didn't have some fucking great ideas.
Doesn't that kind of go back to like blaming your actions on something? I know this is like, I'm not downplaying that, but like how you said, hey, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm allowed to be a jealous bitch. Isn't that kind of the same thing?
I mean, I guess. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure.
Like placing your blame on your bad behaviors on.
But isn't that saying that, her skirt was too short?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't say piss poor decisions on your part are because of
I agree. She shouldn't have been held responsible. She was fucking raped. If that's the case. I totally agree. I 100% fucking agree.
Well, I want to know where the logic comes from for that belief that it was a woman's fault in that situation.
Everything.
Misogynistic bullshit.
Yeah, I mean everything.
That's why I can't subscribe to any of that.
Everything's their fault. And the interesting thing about that though is if you talk to someone, I forget where I read it or what we watched. It was talking to a Muslim woman and why she need to wear the hijab. Is that how you pronounce it? Hijab?
Habib.
Hajib?
Hajib. Yeah, you're
Think.
right.
Think.
Why she needed to wear that or whatever. It was not because she needed to cover herself or whatever. It was because the men couldn't control themselves.
And wasn't that a
The
pretty
fault was
new
placed.
addition to a wardrobe
I don't know.
in reference to...
I don't know that. All I know is that it was the men that couldn't control themselves. And that's why she needed to cover herself. Now, that doesn't make it right or wrong. Just at least in that particular instance, it was the men that were at fault because they just couldn't control themselves. And that's why she needed to wear this, hood, her hood
Covering.
or whatever, covering or whatever, and not show her face and the whole thing.
But then, like, on the flip side of that, too, there was a Muslim woman that I worked with. I took care of her child. And when it was just her and I in the room, she would remove her head and face coverings. And she told me one time that her husband had actually begged her many times to please not wear it out of fear of something happening to her being attacked because of it. But she wore it out of respect for him.
Yeah, that's religious and racism here.
No, I know. I'm just saying. But on the flip side, it's also out of respect, too.
Yeah,
For
I
her
don't think
husband.
that's... Yeah. Allison is furiously Googling
Yes.
to help us in our discussion. And I don't even know how we got here, but just that how ghosts present themselves.
Yeah, we are way left field.
We're way into the weeds on religion and stuff. Oh, but yeah. So yeah, the
It still
the
goes back
tulpas.
to, like, how can you believe in organized religion and not believe in paranormal?
Right.
I
Because
can't.
there's just as much proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. There's just as much proof that there is a Christian, Muslim, or Judeo God as there is the spirits that I encountered a week ago in the investigation that we did at Bellaire House
Yeah, what's up with that?
in Bellaire, Ohio.
That
So,
was
I
the
mean,
weirdest.
That was a weird place.
Because normally, like, encountering spirit, I'm not afraid when spirit wants to, like, communicate. Like, I am typically open to that. Like, not every day, all the time, but typically open to that. But what threw me for such a loop on that is that, what I projected to be there before we arrived was actually there.
Right.
Which meant, like, something had given me that message across.
Prior.
Yes, which freaked me out pretty good. 2, they didn't want to connect. Like, that was something, like, not what I'd experienced before. Like, elusive.
Yeah, like they sort
Not
of
malicious,
sort
but
of stood,
elusive.
they sort of stood back like, nah,
Yeah.
I don't know if I like you. Nah.
It was weird.
It was super weird.
And it freaked me out.
I'm kicking myself in the ass because I wanted to take video of you with the dream catcher. Did you guys get to see her do it?
No.
She would put her hand underneath the feathers of the dream catcher, and using her Reiki, she'd never touch it. They would start to move. The feathers
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
could
would
get them
move.
to move.
It was so fucking cool
Why do we not have video of that?
because I forgot to do it.
I bet I could do it again because I did it at Megan's house.
Did you?
Fired.
Okay, then we need to find something you can do it to then. We get you, boo. We get you video.
Super fired.
You can't fire me. You're stuck with me contractually for the rest of your
the
life.
problem-
But that was the weirdest investigation to me. But Allison had her first.
I got touched.
She was so excited.
Yeah. He touched me just below the shoulder on my right hand side.
It's like you're underneath your shoulder blade.
Almost like they were, like if someone was like trying to sneak behind you, kind of feeling like, oh,
Like-
excuse me.
Oh, just gonna sneak
Oh,
behind
yeah,
you
just
here.
gonna scoot behind you.
Oh, just gonna scoot by here.
Yeah, but just a
to get
real,
by now.
excuse me. I'd like to get by now. But we were just standing there when we weren't even investigating anything. We just gotten there.
Yeah.
And I think you and Mike were sitting down or working on equipment at the table.
Jesus Christ.
And the three ladies were
Stop
standing
touching it.
in the doorway kind of area. We're all just talking. And next thing I know, I whipped around. I said, did you just touch me?
Yeah, and both the girls were like, no.
No. We tried to recreate.
Crazy
because there were
bitch.
curtains in the doorway.
Yeah.
Just in case. And they were so light. There's just no way. So it was great.
So what did it feel like? It feel like somebody poked you?
No, more like a couple fingers just being placed. And just a gentle, hey, welcome. That kind of thing. It was cool.
So did we have, we had some weird stuff going on upstairs for me.
Well, it seemed like
you can watch on Facebook if you want to right now. You can go check that out. I mean, after we're done watching this.
Don't leave. It seemed like we went to the hallway, the four of us, while Kyle stayed downstairs. And you were having shit happening when we weren't there.
Yeah.
And that happened twice.
They liked him.
They liked you.
It was frustrating and scary all at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, satisfying to the point where I was like, okay, there's shit here.
You got scared?
Well, yeah, I mean, you get scared to an extent, yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you ever got scared.
Because at the time, like when it's like initially happening, you're like, well, somebody's walking in here, and then there's nothing there, and it's like, fuck is that? And then it's like, holy shit, there's nobody here. Yeah, so.
Huh.
So like, yeah, well, there's one video where I've got the camera on the monitor of the 4-way for the DVR, which people seem to like when we were at Prospect Place. So I wanted to do it again. So I brought the tripod or whatever, and I hooked it all up, the one we use here for Facebook. And it's running. And it sounded like, I'm watching you guys on video. I don't know why it didn't occur to me. But, I mean, it sounded like someone came walking through from the bottom of the stairs through that little living room area. And, like, I turned around, like, oh, hey, expecting to see one of you four come through the curtains. And it was like...
Nothing.
It was like, hold on a second. What the fuck?
But that happened to Mike and I. We were sitting in there. You guys were outside.
The same thing?
We totally, heard something in the room. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, nope, nobody's there.
Super weird. So obviously just with this weekend stuff, like sort of getting ready for the Turkey Day, it's my favorite holiday. A little excited. I've not got to go back through video or watch the Facebook video or anything, but I'm hoping on that Facebook video that you can hear
all the footsteps
right before I react to it. Because I mean, it was to the point where I grabbed that tripod and it was like, okay, you're fucking coming with me because there's something out here and I need to document this somehow. So, yeah.
It was very unusual energy. That's for sure.
Yeah, it was very arm's length, hey, we're going to give you this. No, we're going to go away now. It was very...
standoffish.
It freaked me out.
Yeah, it was strange. It was really strange.
I'd like to know if we went back, if they would be more apt to being interactive.
Because we've been there before.
Because they recognize... Because I know Mike said... somebody he knew went and said the house and the spirits liked it when you kind of set up like you were moving in.
Which we did.
So we all went and got our beds ready. We put all the food in the kitchen.
Right.
Set things up. We hung out, talked.
Did you set up a recorder when you went to bed?
I did.
Kyle did.
I had one running.
Yeah.
I don't think I did.
I'm interested to listen to it. I know I heard the noise at, I don't even know what blessed friggin' time in the morning it was. It was butt-ass early, but it was you.
It sounds so old when you say that.
What?
I don't know what blessed time in the morning it was.
You heard me? Or was it...
I heard you.
Like when
I heard... So I heard...
Because I know you said you thought you heard a doorknob.
I heard a doorknob turn twice.
Yeah. Then our door was open all night.
Was the doorknob squeaky in the bathroom? Did you get up? I'm assuming you got up with the bathroom when you got up.
Yeah, but I went downstairs because I didn't want to wake anybody up.
Okay, so then, yeah, I want to listen to those recorders. Because I heard it twice. Eep, eep, eep. Squeak. Like the old twisty... It sounded like metal. That squeaky metal sound. I heard it twice.
Yeah, because I tried to be real stealthy, so I didn't wake Mike up or you guys cross the hall.
I only heard you do like 4 steps.
Yeah.
That was it. Which is weird because there was a shit ton of steps.
Yeah, because I went downstairs.
And you didn't hear anything in that room the whole night?
No, nothing.
Kyle got poked in the butt.
Huh?
You got poked in the butt.
Yeah, like the upper thigh, butt area, buttock.
And your giblets.
Something kept playing with my hair on the top, and I thought it was interesting because, like, then later we looked at the notes of other people in that room, and it said the same thing, playing with the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl.
I wonder if that could have been like, because it usually happened when you were sitting down. Could it have been like a younger person? You know how they'll kind of come
It's
over
on the
and
top of my head every
twist hair or play with it.
time. It was very weird.
So do you think we need to go back?
I would like to.
I was going to say, I would go back.
Mm-hmm.
I would go back.
Sadly, we can't go back for a couple months.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not a bad drive.
snow
Yeah.
in Ohio. And it's northern. Oh, no, it's eastern.
It's a good spot, too.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was kind of neat.
And the owners were very nice.
Yeah.
That would be a good podcast guest.
Oh, yeah.
I'll write that down.
Working on the fly.
Yeah, that's what I got this for.
Oh, is that the cord to do the thing?
Yes, to hook up to the phone.
Cool.
So we can actually have people on. You want to see?
I'm just curious.
So we can have people on to actually talk,
Oh,
or
just like an auxiliary cord.
save somebody a drive. Save somebody a drive. You can do the podcast from your house on your phone
Rona,
because of Rona. That too.
if you guys don't feel
But I would definitely be down to going back there.
Mm-hmm.
It would be sweet to do Moundsville, and then like the next night.
Oh, do Bellaire.
Yeah, like go to Bellaire, like have it the whole day. Like go to Bellaire, be able to sleep during the day, and then set up again, and then do Bellaire the next night. Oh,
Yeah, because you can do Bellaire for the weekend.
that would be the shit.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the shit.
I don't know if I could, and I don't know if I could handle that.
People
after
have done it.
Moundsville.
Because Pooh
No,
and I were
I-
reading the notes, remember?
Yeah,
Somebody
I don't
had
think
done
I
it.
could do it after Moundsville, though.
Moundsville. Would we need to do Bellaire first, then Moundsville?
Or just not possible either way. Just because
I
it's
don't
so
know.
draining.
Yeah, I mean, Bellaire, the whole next day, I just felt wrong.
Had like hangover for real.
Yes, for real. Which isn't uncommon for me, but I felt especially just uneasy. Sad and uneasy.
Moundsville just wipes you out, doesn't it?
Moundsville.
I think
that was
Physically,
such
I think it wipes people
that's
out.
what I was gonna
because
say.
it's so big.
Physically and as far as paranormal.
That was the weirdest thing, though. I'll never forget, like, us walking through. We're coming out of, like, the infirmary area, and it looked like it had ended.
Oh, that one wall where we're like, oh, it's
Yes.
there's no doorway. It stopped.
And there wasn't that. Like,
yeah.
that still blows my mind. I can't explain. Unless you experience it, I don't think you could appreciate it. But it's like you're looking in the distance, it looks like there's an end to an area. And then when you walk, like, no, it's just a huge hallway. There's really not a wall there. It was the weirdest stuff. You were there, my dad was there.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw, like, a flashlight going across it. And we're like, what is that?
'Cause we
Like,
thought
oh,
somebody-
it's the wall. It's the end.
Yeah,
We're like,
there's the group. The rest of the group was coming to join us or something.
and there was no wall. It was just a big open area. I'm like, what the...
What the hell is wrong with us?
We never did
But
figure
we
out
all
where flashlight was
saw
coming
it.
from either.
Yeah.
Like, if I had just seen it, like, and I was like, oh, lighting, play, whatever, but, like, all of us saw it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it could have been just our minds playing a trick on us because we were tired.
All
But
at the
how
same
all
time,
of it at
though?
the same
I don't
time?
know.
It's one of those things, like I've said before, Prospect, and Moundsville. You will go and you will have an experience. I can't say that about Bellaire yet. Maybe we need to go back. Bellaire's weird, but Prospect and Moundsville, you will go and you will have an experience. Something will happen. You will have something where you're just like, "Fuck was that?"
Would you do a whole weekend at Bellaire? Run it Friday to Sunday?
Girl. Yeah, like actually, like make breakfast, make lunch. We're cooking out. We're
We're
Something.
living there.
we live there for the weekend. I think then you would, like they said, it would, experience something. They do it like a Airbnb, don't they? Like you just do the whole weekend.
I think so.
All right. Really good topic. we've went on now for another hour and a half, people on Facebook. But wait. There's more. We're not done yet. Just when you thought you were done.
Damn it. I gotta pee.
And you could go to the back porch and smoke. We're not done yet. Because we still have T's News. News with T.
Oh, I was like, you hit a button. There's no noise.
It's just turned way down. Because it distracts you guys, so.
It do. Hold on, I gotta get all my ish pulled out because
Yeah.
I was unprepared.
It's okay. I'll do a better job of it. Like when we edit it, I'll lay it in better on the bottom. But there's a whole like background music now thing. Have you heard it? Did you hear what I did? Mm-hmm. You heard what I'm talking about? Yeah. So like,
Maybe I didn't appreciate it, huh?
Yeah. So like, episode 36, I think I might have done it on 35, but 36, she's got her own. Like the whole time we're talking.
Oh.
You know, like a. It's kind of professional, Allison. It's kind of professional.
There's a first time for everything.
Yeah, it is. It is. Not to say it'll continue.
But hey, if you like it.
But it's there. So, News with Ted.
News with Ted.
News with Ted.
All right, our first one is called Pig on a Mask.
Pull your mic up. Talk right into this thing.
It's called Pig
There you go.
in a Mask.
Pig in a mask?
Yes. Is that better?
That's
I got more than the tip.
Seriously.
I got the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got it pulled up. All right, well, here we go. The Hormel company decided that a mask that sells is a mask that smells. The Black Label Breathable Bacon Mask uses scent technology to infuse bacon scents into a patterned mask.
Gross.
Thus, in every inhale, the wearer can smell bacon sizzling. You want one?
No.
No.
I know Rachel doesn't want one.
Do you not like the smell of bacon?
I hate when people cook bacon in my house. Like, that is like fighting words. No.
You
I
don't
hate
like,
it when it's stuck on your hair and your clothes.
You don't like bacon?
I like bacon.
You just don't want it cooked at your house.
No. Fuck no. I don't want to smell it at 2 o'clock.
She used the F word.
It is like, seriously, my husband knows he has to cook it outside or don't. When I was pregnant with my youngest, I left and I came back. I'm like, who cooked bacon in this house?
So if I cooked bacon here and I brought it to your house, you're in.
Yes.
You're in.
Yeah.
That's why you need one of those griddles.
Yes.
Could we cook the eggs at your house?
Yeah.
Just not the bacon.
It fucking stinks for like.
What about sausage?
It does smell up your house for a couple days.
Yeah.
You do.
Ew, it's like grease and it's like stuck and it feels like. Oh, it makes me want
I
to vomit.
fucking love it. That's awesome. Well, see, I have to, and it's really bad here because, like, when I make bacon, like, I have to cook it extra crispy because that's the way T likes it.
It has to be extra crispy.
So it's like, it stinks up the house. It literally for days, multiple
it's in your
days.
hair.
It
It's
is.
in your
Plural.
It's on
clothes.
everything.
Oh,
I think we're gonna have breakfast for dinner tonight. I think I'm into that. What do you think? You scared? You ain't scared. I'm making it. You don't give a shit.
Okay.
So the mask smells like bacon?
Yeah. They're doing a contest. They don't really
Who
say
wants
what the
to smell
contest
that?
is, but
I don't understand.
like I think it smells good if you go into somebody's house who's making it right then and there, and you're getting ready to have breakfast. Excellent. Like at 2 o'clock.
You just have to leave. You just have to leave once you're done eating.
Yes. It makes me want to throw up.
but then she still smells like it when she leaves.
Yeah,
If you're there when they're making it.
Oh, fuck.
Well, here's another one gross
Okay.
one for you, Poodle.
All right.
This one's called Bed Bugged Out.
What?
Yup. According to several hygiene experts and a study conducted in Britain, Hammond's Furniture organized a survey with approximately 2,000 participants and found that 30% of participants wash their bedding every 12 months.
Oh,
What?
wait.
It gets
wait.
better. It gets better. Not
Oh my
change-
God! I thought we were bad. No. I feel like the cleanest person in the world now.
You don't wash it every week?
No, we do. He does.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
Oh my God! I thought every week.
You said
I
this was
like,
Europe?
Disgusting.
England?
Yes. Hammond's Furniture was the one that organized it. Not changing your bed sheets at least weekly can result in dust mites, bed bugs, skin irritation, and possible fungal infections.
Oh my God.
The study also covered other aspects of cleanliness, such as gene washing, which 18% of participants wash their jeans every 12 months.
No, really?
Yeah.
No, your ass
Oh my
sweats in
god,
that.
I feel so fucking clean right now. I feel like I just got a big gold star.
Proud of you.
Oh shit.
They surprisingly discovered that participants over the age of 65 were worse than millennials in the hygiene department.
Well, that's because they're nasty and old. They're closer to the grave, so what difference does it make?
What? Whoa.
What? It's true.
Oh, and for the record, I have quite a few news stories today. Just FYI.
That's fucking fantastic. This right here just made me feel so good about myself.
Well, this one's more. For,
I thought I was such a dirty turd, and I'm fucking. Oh my.
Coats, I would say I slack on a coat. How often do you wash your coat?
yeah.
Once a year.
I was gonna say I don't even know.
Like once a season. Depending on what kind it is.
Maybe.
Drop it off at Swan's.
I think the last time I washed my Carhartt was when I actually had like hydraulic grease on it, and that was. Yeah. That might have been 2 years ago. But it's a coat. I mean, and it's Ohio, so I might wear it 1 week and then never wear it again for 3 months. Cushion covers, bed sheets, hats,
Hoodies.
What?
Why aren't you washing your hoodie?
That's just laundry. I feel so clean.
Trousers, 14%.
I feel so good about myself right now.
What is a year's worth of swamp ass in a pair of pants?
Oh my god, that's so disgusting. I know,
so
right?
Gross.
It'd be like
Wait a minute.
investigating.
A quarter of men admitted to washing their underwear after every 5.
No, dude.
After every 5 wears?
Look here, girl. I wash mine every fucking time.
But
I have to wash them
13%
after-
of women do it.
What about your bra?
After every time. Every time I wear it, gets washed. I've got some ampleness. And I want to make sure the girls are clean and smell nice.
So you wash it every single time? How much you?
I'd say I admit it's not every single time, but
Right.
I wash it regularly, but not every
Once a week.
At least,
Twice
yeah.
a week. Once a week. Twice a week.
Well, I wear more than one.
Yeah.
No,
So I may
know.
wear the same one
know
maybe
that.
like... It depends, too. If it's wintertime, it's different. If it's summertime, it's worn once.
Yeah,
it's done.
if you've been sweating in it, you gotta
Yeah,
wash
because
it.
your underboob sweat.
Right.
It's bad. But like in the wintertime, I may wear it 2, maybe 3 times.
So
then
yeah.
wash it. Because they wear down fast.
3 to 4 wears, bras. So that sounds pretty normal. Jeans, 4 to 10 wears. I wash my jeans. Well, that's not true. I would wear my jeans, even work jeans. I think I would wear them. It might be 3 days. And it's like, I'm fucking done. I can't put these back on. T-shirts, definitely every time. Hats, though?
Hoodies, 6 to 7 wears.
That's
No.
crazy. Like, hoodies are dirty. Hoodies is the same as a shirt. It's dirty.
Yeah, why wouldn't you wash that? It goes in the washing machine. It's not like it needs special care.
And hell, I can dry mine now, which is super cool. I've never been able to dry my hoodies before. I can dry them now because I don't care if they shrink.
Because that's okay.
I'm no longer enormous. I no longer have my own zip code.
You're dumb. You're a skinny bitch now.
You're stupid. So anyway,
Would you like me to move on to the next one?
yeah, I feel so good about myself now. I feel so good about myself now. Like, oh my God, I wash my stuff and nobody else does.
So
You know, they couldn't have done this. So real quick, I know, sorry to interrupt you. They couldn't have done this in the United States. If they would have taken this in the United States, everybody would have lied. Everybody would be like, of course I wash it every time. Oh my God. Oh my God.
like they didn't lie over there.
I don't think they did.
They probably did.
I don't think they give a fuck what their neighbor thinks. So anyway,
So anyways,
sorry. Go ahead.
this one's for Poodle. As the modern day music era emerged, the notorious B.I.G. is remembered for being a major player in the music industry as we know it
Call me
today.
Big Papa.
In 97, the year marking his death, the rapper would pose in an infamous photo shoot called King of New York for a feature magazine. Does everybody remember that picture?
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead and let her get it pulled up. She put Big Papa.
I did because he just sang it.
The Google machine is working.
Okay. There's the infamous picture. We'll have the picture posted. The crown that he has on is plastic. And he signed it. And it sold the other day for $600,000.
Whoa.
I'd buy that shit if I had the money.
Right.
Would you? Really?
Yeah, and I'd wear it here on the fucking podcast.
Per day.
Who sold it? Like, who owned it to sell it?
They don't go into that. I don't know. The plastic crown signed by Biggie himself set a Guinness World Record for the most expensive custom-made crown ever sold at auction.
No shit.
Sotheby's.
Yeah. Crazy, right? I saw that and I was like, oh, I have to go over that one for Poodle. All right, moving on.
Dude.
Okay, let's
Go ahead, man, for your fucking plastic crown. Fucking go get
And it
yours,
sold for almost
dude.
twice as much as what they predicted.
God. Go fucking ahead.
That's insane.
That's the shit. Good for him.
Good for whoever had the money
Good
to
for
blow
whoever.
it on that.
Yeah, whoever owned it, and then whoever fucking had the cash to buy it.
So, okay, all three of you wear glasses. Poodle, you wear contacts, right? No? Okay.
Let's go with that one.
Have any of you ever worn contacts?
I've worn contacts.
No.
Mr. Boggs?
Yeah, much younger. I did, and I was just
I
like,
can't get them out of my eyes real
Yeah.
good.
Well, I
couldn't.
have the solution for you right here. That worked out so
Little
nicely.
plungers.
So the engineers at Japan's Gifu University have developed...
What? It's a sneeze.
No.
It's
University.
French, but it's not. It's sort of Asian. At the same time,
Got a little ectoplasm on your face.
it's an ectoplasmic fusion
He
blend.
smurfed. I'm sorry.
At the Institute.
Carry on, T.
They have
Yeah.
What's that noise?
plane.
The plane. The plane.
Yeah.
So, can you spell that for me?
GIFU. You said it like Macho Man.
Gifu University, contact.
Oh, have developed a robotic device that recreates the experience. Oh, this is the wrong one. I'm sorry, I fucked up. Sorry, wrong one. The That's next.
Oh, wait. It's the wrong one, you. I'm gonna climb all the way up to the top rope and do the wrong thing, yeah.
I'm gonna pee.
Oh, shit. What are we talking about then?
Contact lenses.
No, we were, but we're not.
Okay, go on.
I got
Next.
the wrong one.
Next.
They have
Order in the court.
Rachel needs a cigarette.
They have developed a robotic device that recreates the experience of holding another person's hand. Let me finish, because this is going to take a serious left turn.
Wait.
Wait. Oops. Wait a second.
Because there are 17-year-old boys everywhere like, what?
Hold the hand.
Hold on, it gets better.
Could it
Yes.
hold something else?
Probably.
Those aren't just 17-year-old boys. Trust me.
So it gives you the experience of holding another person's hand without the other person. My girlfriend in Walk, is what it's called, attaches to the user's forearm.
Oh.
And the metal hand
It looks like
is-
Tracy's dog.
That's not it.
Hang on.
Jesus.
Girlfriend.
My girlfriend in Walk. I know it's a weird name.
I love it. Oh, it's so cute.
You didn't even see it.
It doesn't matter. Oh.
Okay. So now we have a picture.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It attaches to the user's forearm, and the metal hand is covered with a soft gel material that simulates human skin, even allowing custom fragrances to be added to the artificial sweat.
Oh, God.
A heater provides warmth, and a pressure sensor duplicates the strength of the wearer's grip, according to the Oddity Central. The accompanying smartphone app can emit sounds including footsteps, breathing and the sound of clothes rubbing against
I'm
skin.
sorry. At
Why?
that point, just go pay.
But think of it this way. What if you were an amputee? That would be amazing to have.
For
you
fucking
got no
what?
hand.
To hold it with what?
Hold what?
Your stub?
Yes, asshole.
Wait a minute.
What are
I'm
you
so
talking about?
confused.
You can have it on your forearm.
To hold on. There's nothing there.
It can hold stuff for you.
I love you so much. You're so fucking weird.
God.
I love you.
I'm only on the
stay
team,
weird,
folks,
everybody.
because I'm the bait.
What the hell, babe?
All right, last one.
So wait, no, no,
I'm all done with this one.
No, we're not done with this one.
I've already closed it. It's
We're
gone.
not done. It doesn't matter. Allison hasn't. So you can walk along pliable gel to feel more like skin than machine, and when you squeeze it, it squeezes back. Oh my God. There really are single men everywhere lining up to buy this shit.
Have you seen?
I didn't know if that was the fake hand or not.
Walk with me. What is that?
Have you seen the dolls that are?
Oh,
Companions?
the real dolls? The
Yes.
sex dolls, or are you talking about the
Well, they're companion / full service.
full service?
No, I know somebody.
There's people
Somebody
outside
who's
fighting.
somebody who knows that, who has one.
No, really?
I
Really?
swear to God. I won't disclose any.
All of a sudden, I need to pull my chair up to the table.
Yes.
What?
Have you
Yeah,
seen it?
has a name. Takes pictures with it.
Stop it.
Wait,
I swear to God.
Stop it. This is
What's it
someone
called?
you know.
The real doll.
I know somebody who has an association with this person. Yes.
So this is a friend,
friend
of
of
a
a friend.
friend that has a real doll.
Yeah. It goes everywhere with them.
What?
And
they're heavy
the
like a
family
human.
knows the name and who this person is.
You mean one of these?
Yes, ma'am.
Dude.
Really?
So now my search history got real fucked up.
Oh, it's real fun. Yeah, rat testicles and real dolls.
Okay, so like the pictures that we're looking at right now, the one, the Willow 2.0, she looks like a real person.
So, okay.
I mean, they're kind of impressive.
Yeah, but these are heavily edited. I feel like these pictures are like the lighting and everything.
Who do you want to look at?
Go ahead and look at do the Willow. So, I feel like these are heavily edited.
It's got a.
I've played a bunch of video games.
She looks real.
Jesus.
Almost $7,000 for.
It's got a canal
I take it you guys didn't know how
that
much they
comes
were.
in and out. That can be dishwasher safe.
A safe dishwasher safe
Fuck off.
vagina.
I mean, you don't want fungus on your dick.
That's true.
It will have conversation.
It
I
will.
see.
It will.
It tailors itself to your
Okay,
responses.
I'm going
to
to
know.
scroll through the pictures.
Magnetic face? What's
Well,
that mean?
one of the things about a real doll is you customize it. So, like, we're looking at a picture of her tits and her ninnies, and if you are a fan of really dark nipples, you can choose really dark nipples. You can choose pencil erasers. It's all customized. Yeah, I watched a documentary on one of these. They're actually quite interesting.
See, this to me, it looks like one of my video games.
You sure?
There you go.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if so this is what I'm saying, like the background and stuff, the way this is in, it looks like it's a computer graphic. It doesn't
Are
look
you
like
posting that?
it doesn't look like they took this real doll like out to this garden and they bent her over
And took pictures.
to show her her clam. It looks like it's completely computer generated.
Allison, can we switch pictures, please? Thank you.
Oh, am I posting that?
Yeah, that's what we
No,
thought you
no,
were
no,
doing.
no.
Goodness. Okay.
You were like, I was like, oh my God, she's posting that? You could pick the eye color, the hair color.
The voice.
Yeah, you could pick everything.
See, that doesn't look real. Like that looks like Call of Duty or something. That doesn't look real. Like this doesn't look. You know what I'm saying?
But the
Like
flesh supposedly feels real. It can hold a body temperature.
Really?
dude.
Yeah, and they weigh as much as a regular human. So when you said he takes her everywhere, or she, whomever it is that has the doll, that's what surprises me because they're not light. They're heavy.
Let's find another one. Blonde or brunette or redhead?
Rebecca.
This one?
Yeah. I'm just looking to see which ones look real from here. Like Sabrina or Sabrina? Solana? She looks real. She doesn't look real now.
Now do that again, and then you can scroll through the pictures. I think. I don't know.
No, I
See
just
the-
enlarged.
Oh no, you had the arrows. So you guys, we could like build one.
Okay, I'm going back. It's too hard.
That one doesn't look real.
This is so weird. $6,600.
Hang on, let's reset it all. Before you do anything, it costs.
Sorry, I'm clicking that pin. I got to turn around.
Okay.
That's the base.
$65.50, basically. Magnetic face. Fuck does that mean?
She enjoys taking care of herself.
Okay, Rebecca. Full head.
Is it magnetic face so you could take it off and clean it? And then put it back on?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Wicked real doll. I don't what is that?
You can't click on any
It
of
kills
that.
me that you can't click on anything. They put it on there, but you can't click it.
Oh, enjoy 20% off.
Oh wait, there's more.
There's also real cock.
Yes, there is.
If
Oh, you have a
any-
petite real doll. If you
If
like a
any
little.
ladies are
tiny one.
interested.
Oh, you can get man dolls. Can we look at a man
Yeah,
doll,
look
please?
at a man doll.
We don't want one. We just want to see what it looks like.
I get completely voted out of the situation. Now watch. This is the one we'll completely customize. We'll spend the next 30 minutes on fucking.
I mean, the ladies at least look somewhat real.
Yeah, they don't
Nate,
look real at
Nate
all.
looks confused about.
I think. I think the girls look just as real as one of these.
And the one on the left in his red, his little red skivvies,
It says male power.
he looks like he's got like fucking meth problems.
There's probably. I mean, but
Where's that
also,
thick dude that?
there's
Yeah,
no
these
thick
guys
ones.
are all like, 28 waist,
heroin.
still
chic.
living at home.
Look, we can't all be perfect, ladies. You know,
I want it.
the real
I want
dolls.
it thick and bearded.
I wonder if you could do that.
I'm sure.
You know
that-
what?
I'm
Let's
sure
build
you
one
can.
and find out.
Here we go. 20, like I said,
Even his hair doesn't look real.
an hour from now, when you're all wondering where the Paranormal Podcast went,
Nate 2.0.
we're building.
We
a
can
real
build
doll.
one off this.
There you go. 6,000. She's a bargain.
Is she though? I just feel like it's.
So you can do body type. Do they have thick girls on there?
But I thought you guys were doing a guy.
So did I.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Go scroll down.
There was vaginal style.
Yes.
What the hell is that?
Well, you know, in case you want one of the horizontal ones.
Removable.
Bluetooth insert.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's your types.
You want roast beef, talked, or 70s?
My God. Oh, fucking A.
You can add freckles,
There's
piercings.
freckles. I love it.
Wow. Club Real Doll VIP accessories. Oh no, that's access. Never mind. They have lube. Oh,
There
you
you
can make
go.
a
You can-
transgender.
there you go. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like you have the-
Converter.
To convert her. You know what
an
these remind
add-on.
me of? Really expensive versions of the dolls we used in nursing school.
Really?
Yeah, they just do really cool medical things. They don't have. You can interchange their
tits.
their pieces and parts though. That's insane.
This is bullshit. I want the male.
I thought you were doing the.
No,
Whoa.
we'll do that later.
Yeah, we can move on.
Great. So in our free time, everybody. There you go, Nate 2.0. There you
Nate
go.
looks completely heroin out. Like he did a speedball. He's like meth chic and heroin thin.
Look, facial hair. Look, facial hair.
Oh, you could do facial hair, Allison.
I'm sorry, I had to look at the
Or you could watch him
pre-post pictures.
touch him. Yeah. Good times, right?
They're all so small.
They are. Let's see the facial hair.
You get stubble and clean shaven. That is some
Probably
bold.
Maybe because it's like it'll come off or
Can
something.
you try the redhead, please?
Take a redhead for $150.
Alrighty then.
But they don't like.
I hate that. I want to be
They
able
probably
to see.
do, like if you scroll down, they probably do like once you submit everything.
Penis style?
Oh, what's that? Removable,
Up and to the
large,
left?
and shaved.
Limp, flaccid, small, medium, large, extra large.
Extra large.
Additional inserts?
There you are, ladies.
Oh, to buy more.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Custom hand punched.
Hand punched pubes where they put each hair in individually.
Yeah, $800. What have we done? I started a paranormal podcast. Here we are.
Your add-ons equal $7,000.
And he's still scrawny.
Maybe you could feed him. Maybe he comes with fake food you can make for him and he can get fatter.
Okay.
So they regulate their body, like they can have a body temperature. Do they breathe? Or like,
I don't know. Is that a thing?
I don't know. I was asking Poodle. She doesn't know.
Well, she seems as interested in the website as we are, so I don't know.
I've never actually seen one or met one.
I want to see one.
So does it like take it to family events and shit? Like, hey,
I don't know if family
Like, hi,
events,
this is
but-
Natasha.
this is,
Kind of.
or you guys can call her Natty.
Well, she's always got to be like on a rolling desk chair or something to get her around everywhere.
Oh God, yeah.
That's interesting. Okay.
Oh, it's more than interesting.
Slightly terrifying, but
Trey.
hey,
Hey,
to
you
each
know
their
what?
own. If you got the
Trey.
money to do it and it makes you happy,
He's not hurt. He or she, whoever it is,
That's
he's
what I was
not
gonna
hurting
say.
anybody.
I mean, I guess if you make that decision in your life, like, hey, I can't deal with real bitches anymore because they're whatever reason, and you got this, and you know you can throw a cooch in the dishwasher and go from there. Then, I mean, whatever, I guess, right?
He's not hurting anybody. Or she.
Yeah.
So, to each
Okay.
their own.
All right. So there
Hey,
you
it's
go.
like a big ass Barbie doll. Would be fun to dress. And do the hair and the
oh,
makeup
that's
and-
supposed to be there.
you don't
What
want
are
it.
you doing?
Sorry, there was a hole in my hoodie.
Oh, it's for your earbuds.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I was about to be pissed because this is the first time I've worn it. It's put your earbuds through. It's stitched around the hole.
You okay over there?
My day got off to a swimming fucking start, so this would just be icing on the cake. I'm good. Carry on.
Alrighty then.
I'm ready to pee.
Well, we're at the end of the news, so you're good.
Okay. What else we got? Go ahead, T.
I ain't got nothing, so I just said we's at the end of the news.
Oh, that's
Listen.
it? I thought you were saying
That's
you had
it.
more. Okay.
Is that the end?
That's the end.
Okay, so that wraps up the podcast, everybody. We thank you for tuning in. If you want to, make sure to go follow us on YouTube. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff over there. So obviously you like watching the podcast. If you go to YouTube and you subscribe, you'll be able to catch the shows there with a little bit more information. Hopefully what we're going to do is you actually get the podcast there first. So they'll actually come out on YouTube before anything else. So it might be something you're interested in. If you want to, if this is the first time you're checking us out on Facebook, go subscribe on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you want to go. We want to thank our listeners. Last week's podcast, number 35, 2 weeks ago. That podcast was the first one we had over 1,500 downloads in 1 week. So thank you very much for checking in with us. That is amazing. Also, check us out on Pandora. If you have Pandora or you have XM Radio, keep an eye out for Art City Paranormal. I think it would be so fucking weird that we're actually on in people's cars without Bluetooth.
Can you imagine turning XM on
No.
and having the digital screen and it
No,
reads
but my
channel
thing is,
101?
I'm just gonna. I'll say it right out in front of everybody. If I'm on the radio somewhere, I think we should be getting money because they're gonna have ads.
XM doesn't have ads.
Well, somebody somewhere is paying for it. They're paying for XM. So
Can
why
we at least
wouldn't-
all get our XM for free?
Yeah, something like that.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
But I'm looking into that more. But watch Pandora, XM Radio. Apparently, Art City Paranormal is going to show up there at some point in time. Check out the DB Cooper documentary coming on the History Channel. because next week we're going to talk to Mike. Mike will be back with us next week, and we're going to talk about DB Cooper again. So get ready for that. You can get your information together and get all ready to sit down with us and have an intelligent conversation that may or may not involve sex dolls. We don't know yet. It could. We're not sure. Yeah. So thanks for checking in with us, everybody. We sincerely appreciate you listening to us every week and coming back for more. Tell one friend about us so they can subscribe as well. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. But other than that, be safe, be happy, be healthy. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Go eat lots of turkey, watch a bunch of football, have a great time. Stay away from each other. Be safe, be happy, be healthy, and stay the fuck away from each other so that we can all go back to concerts and restaurants and drink beer and have fun again. Just do it. Just do it for a while. It'll be fine. Everything will be great. Until then, though, most importantly, above all else, make sure that you and the friends that you surround yourself with stay weird, everybody. Thanks a lot for listening.
Peace.